Sports,
okay.
KNIA and KRLS.
I'll come and do it, but we're not having it on the radio.
KNIA-KRLS.com
No, I
and
know.
on the free KNIA KRLS app.
No, I'll come and do that with Rick.
Deep three for the lead. Knocks it down. Bennett Brick with the triple. And the crowd explodes at Indianola High School.
Here is Hannah for another three. Splash down an HD three.
We'll get you ready for all of tonight's action with our keys to the game, starting lineups, colors of the game, and more.
And now DeVries racing ahead the other way, and a no-look pass to Josiah Voss. A highlight real time from Tyson DeVries.
Yeah, great vision there to get that ball to him. Looking for another three-pointer. It's good.
Bingo. Reddick Bourne.
Bourne heat check. Step back, nothing but net. 6 3-pointers for Reddick Bourne. 35 points.
Warner drives the lane, kicks it out to Kennedy Van Vark for three.
There it is.
Yes! Kennedy Van Vark makes it a 2-possession game.
There it is. Great driving kick.
Now let's head to the gym for all the exciting action of South Central Iowa high school basketball on the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, KNIA and KRLS.
It's Warren County Rivalry Night here at Indianola High School as Indianola takes on rival Norwalk in a Little Hawkeye Conference doubleheader. I'm Andrew Swanner, joined alongside Mike Effner, who covers Norwalk for us. And Mike, Norwalk, you got to see these two teams last time they faced off at Norwalk on the road, and I think both games ended up being pretty good, despite I think Norwalk probably being the favorite in both, and that's the case here tonight.
Yeah, especially the girls' game. Indianola, the record at the time wasn't that good, but they played very hard for 32 minutes that night, kept it in single digits most of the way. Norwalk could never put them away. They just kept coming back. Senior Bryn Bishop had a big hand in that, hit some big threes, and I expect another good game tonight. I know Indianola's improved a lot, so I think it'll be competitive.
Absolutely, and I think the big issue for Indianola is going to be adjustments. You know, Norwalk comes in with a pretty good game plan. Indianola's had to kind of ride some very hot shooting from Bryn Bishop, some good shooting from Zoe Belt, and as teams have started to adjust to that, what's that next step for Indianola is going to be one of my first keys, and we'll get into the official keys to the game later, but I just feel like the stability of Norwalk is such an advantage, whereas Indianola, I think, has to kind of do a little bit more on the fly coming into tonight.
And the Indians can't have unforced turnovers because Norwalk will be in their grill most of the night. They'll be forcing some turnovers, but it's those unforced turnovers where you an unforced travel or a bad pass or where you weren't pressured. They've got to limit those, keep those turnovers probably, I would say, under 20 if they can, to hang around most of the night.
And yeah, I think Norwalk, this is going to be one of the few games where neither team has a real height advantage one way or the other. Indianola generally on the shorter side, other than Maddie Grover, the freshman at 6 feet. Norwalk comes in, also one of the shorter teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference. So we're expecting a lot of very talented guard play tonight. We're expecting a really fun evening of Little Hawkeye Conference action. It's Indianola, and Norwalk will continue to have more pregame coverage coming up, including our DeArmond Ford radio keys to the game, our Great Young Chevrolet radio keys to the game, our starting lineups presented by Cementech, and our game time temperature presented by Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, all leading up to tonight's opening tip. A huge night of basketball on KNIA KRLS, and we'll have more after this on KNIA.
Winter weather got you down? Visit McCoy True Value in Indianola and start your indoor paint projects today. Check out McCoy's new Easy Care Limitless line of interior paint, including 294 guaranteed one-coat designer colors to choose from. Easy Care's Limitless paint is durable and top of the line, perfect for high traffic areas. Limitless paints are stain and water resistant, scuff-proof, and scrubbable, and offer additional protection to potential mold and mildew growth in the home. For all your painting needs, stop by McCoy True Value in Indianola. Service with heart.
It's the Diarmid Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Save big on our last 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie with up to $9,000 off MSRP. Up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Gladiators. Up to $7,500 off new 2024 Grand Cherokees. And new Jeep Renegades as low as $27,990. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at Diarmid Automotive, Knoxville, Iowa. DiarmidAuto.com.
Attention Indianola and Knoxville. Ready for maintenance-free living that's affordable? Kading Properties has the perfect solution for you. Our pet-friendly communities are perfect for young professionals, families, and those looking to downsize from a home. Our townhomes offer attached garages and your own front door. The perfect place to call home. Let us show you what Kading living looks like. Visit us at kadingproperties.com today and see why Kading Properties are the perfect fit for you.
Service you expect from people you trust. People's Bank.
Describe a great business banker. Jared, you go first.
Someone who's a great listener.
I agree, Jared. Kevin, what do you think?
Definitely someone you trust.
Totally. Both are so important. Sometimes you need someone to run the numbers.
And someone who understands the challenges you face as a business owner.
And someone who will get things done without a lot of red tape.
And someone who knows your community.
That sounds just like what we do at People's Bank.
It's exactly what we do.
I guess it makes total sense why we've had the same goal since we opened 25 years ago. Provide service you expect from people you trust.
That's exactly right, Janice. People's Bank has locations in Knoxville, Pleasantville, Lacona, Milo, Indianola, Carlisle, Seymour, and coming soon in 2024, Sheraton. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the KNIA Radio pregame show on 94.3 KNIA. We welcome those listeners on Indianola Activities YouTube. I'm Andrew Swander, joined alongside Mike Effner, and we're going to jump into tonight's DeArmond Ford Radio keys to the game for Indianola. And Mike, my number one, you got a chance to see this matchup, but who's going to defend Bailey Birmingham? She is one of the main engines that makes Norwalk go, and if you can slow her down, stopping her is a whole nother challenge. Force some of the other Norwalk athletes to maybe make up some of those points. To me, that is going to be Indianola's biggest test tonight.
Absolutely. Bailey Birmingham, 97 points since January, and you might say, well, that's not that many. Well, they played 3 games, and she's got 70 in the last 2 games. She had 40 at Pella Christian a week ago tonight, I believe, 30 at Newton the other night when she absolutely caught fire in the second half with 5 3-pointers. We've seen teams like Dallas Center Grimes who are very capable of running double teams at her and face guarding her, and they did limit her production a lot, so that's an option. You can face guard her, make other people beat you, but they do have some that can get it done. Now, Norwalk's, when they're at their best, they've got other girls hitting outside shots, Braylon Clark, Avery Thomas, Pearl Brown, and the freshman, Peyton Travis as well. When they're doing that, it's awfully hard to defend.
My second key for Indianola is going to be rebounding. And against many teams that they faced this season, many of whom had a massive height and size advantage, Indianola's been out-rebounded a decent amount this season. Norwalk doesn't have that, but that means it even comes more down to desire and positioning. And if Indianola wants to have a chance in this contest against number 8 Norwalk, they cannot get out-rebounded by a significant margin, or they have to try and win it, especially limiting the Warriors' offensive rebound opportunities.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big one for both teams. This is my second year covering the Norwalk girls. They've never really had a height advantage on anybody, but they've got somebody in Ava Carlson down there that averages about 7 or 8 boards a game just on effort. She's out-rebounded some much bigger girls throughout the year, so I think rebounding on both teams and those 50-50 balls are going to be huge as well.
That is tonight's DeArmond Ford Radio keys to the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Our Greg Young Chevrolet Radio keys to the game for the Norwalk Warriors. What are you thinking?
Well, I think one of those is slowing down the senior for Indianola, Bryn Bishop. She had 3 or 4 3-pointers the first time around. She was in double digits. She was the one that kind of kept them in that game and kept them always at being a threat. Norwalk kept them at arm's length, but they were always there, cutting it down to 5 or so, and she was a big reason why. So just got to identify her a little bit better tonight. and make sure they got a hand in her face on those outside shots.
And that's the thing, as teams throughout this season have started to realize that Bryn is one of the premier three-point shooters in Class 4A, the defenses have shifted, and when you don't lose her, it's going to be tougher for her to score because she is one of the best, again, catch-and-shoot three-point shooters. Trying to make her shoot off the dribble, I think, may be a big key for the Warriors. So, yeah, absolutely, I agree. Any other keys?
I think just we talked about, if Indianola is able to slow down Bailey Birmingham, who's going to step up and hit some shots, because there's going to be somebody open, and it's just going to be whether it's Peyton Travis, Pearl Brown, Avery Thomas, Braylon Clark, who's going to step in there and hit those shots.
All right. That is our Greg Young Chevrolet radio keys to the game. Let Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk go the extra mile for you with award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always here community care. Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk. Tonight's game time temperature is presented by Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. And it's been raining over the last couple of days, and that's made a lot of the snow go away. Hasn't necessarily made for very pleasant days, but at least we'll take a little bit of it. 35 degrees with a real feel of 37, and I can tell you it is boiling up here in the Indianola High School gym.
I feel okay. I just got the short sleeves on and I'm feeling okay. My car always runs a couple degrees warm, the thermometer, and I think it said 37 all week.
Okay.
Day or night, no matter what time, it says 37.
Do want to mention, that is tonight's game time temperature presented by Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, just south of Milo. So no matter what the temperature is outside, Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing provides the best propane, HVAC, and plumbing installation, maintenance, and repair services in central Iowa. If you have a chance to get on out here, Indianola area Dollars for Scholars is still running their chili fundraiser until 7 o'clock tonight. I know they are still at work. Everything donated goes towards secondary education, whether that's a 4-year, a 2-year, trade school. Indianola area Dollars for Scholars taking free will donations here tonight as they get things set up. I know those watching on Indianola Activities, just trying to make sure we got that all set up, but I believe we are doing, we're going to jump right into tonight's starting lineups presented by Cementech. And Mike, I think Norwalk's going to be running about the same starting lineup they have all season?
Yeah, I would believe so. That would be, you want me to go through them?
Yep, go for it.
Okay, number 10, Anna Larson, a 5'4" senior and a captain on the team, the only senior on the team, will be one of the starters. Number 11, Ava Carlson, a 5'7" sophomore, averages about 9 points and 7 rebounds a game. Number 12, Ellie Doolin, a 5'7" junior. She's one of the primary defensive players on the team. Bailey Birmingham, number 20, a co-captain, 5'8" junior, 26.1 points a game, 6 rebounds and 2.5 assists. And then number 22, Braylon Clark, 5'7" junior. She averages about 8 points and 4.5 rebounds a game.
Continuing starting lineups for Indianola, it will be senior number 11, Bryn Bishop, at 7 points per game. Freshman number 13, Maddie Grover. Freshman number 22, Alexa Geyer. Junior number 23, Dana Blake. And junior number 24, Zoe Belt. That is tonight's starting lineups presented by Cementech. Are you looking to own your future? Cementech is 100% employee-owned and offers a comprehensive benefits package. To view current first and second shift openings, go to cementech.com. Take a short time out for the national anthem. Back after this on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube.
Chronic soreness, recent fall, nagging pain from a summer injury? Look no further than Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Whether your pain is old or new, Capital Orthopedics gives you the care you deserve when you need it most. And you don't have to go far. They're right down the road at Indianola Specialty Clinic. Call 515-440-2676 or request an appointment online today. For specialists who want to get you back in the game as quickly as possible, the choice is Capital.
Check out the amazingly hot deals at your Indianola Hy-Vee this week. Hy-Vee pasta just 88 cents. Hy-Vee Angus Reserve boneless beef sirloin steak, $5.99 a pound. Honey Crisp apples are just 98 cents a pound. Hy-Vee One Step cereal just $2.88. And Brew Pub Matza Latza Micro Brew Pizza just $3.99 each. These deals and more this week at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
Winter weather is almost here. Get your vehicle ready for the cold months ahead by taking it to Keller's Garage in Indianola. At Keller's, they'll make sure your heater is performing at its best and the tread on your tires is ready for all types of slippery road conditions. Let Keller's check over your brakes, fluids, wipers, bulbs, and battery before the snow really starts to fly. They're a one-stop shop for all of your automotive repairs and upgrades. Call today at 515-961-3306 and simply take it to Keller's. Believe it or not, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. If you need some help deciding what to give that special someone this year, Bellflower Florists and Gifts in Norwalk has you covered. Now through January 31st, make your order at Bellflower Florists and Gifts and receive 10% off. And don't forget, they also deliver. Visit bellflowerfloristandgifts.com or stop into their location at 2251 Sunset Drive, Suite C in Norwalk, and let the experts at Bellflower Florist and Gifts make that special day a little extra special by ordering your gift or floral arrangement today.
Welcome back inside Indianola High School in the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on KNIA, IndianolaActivities.com. We are set to tip it off, and it is won by the Warriors. I'm Andrew Swadner. He's Mike Effner, as Birmingham quickly gets it over the top and just a little bit too strong on the game's first possession, and the Warriors turn it over. 7:53 to go, quarter number one.
Yeah, Warriors were looking to go right inside there with the lob over the top and just a little too aggressive on it. Too high for Avery Carlson.
And here comes the Warriors press that I'm pretty sure Indianola's been practicing for the last couple of days. And they've seen some good ones this season. Hopefully you kind of look back on Southeast Polk and Johnston if you're an Indianola fan and think that, hey, maybe we've seen some great presses so far, and Norwalk's won't trouble us too much. But Norwalk obviously puts on a great press.
Yeah, they will stay after you.
Pass gets into Geyer, quickly gets it back over to Belt. Indianola being very patient, gets up the floor. And Belt dribbles left, gets it over to Geyer, and Indianola's off and running. Blake back to Geyer on the handoff. Now back up top. Bishop catch and shoot three, maybe altered by Norwalk, but either way off the rim, no good. Rebound coming down to the Warriors.
They did get a hand up.
Quickly come Birmingham, and going to be fouled. I do want to make a correction on the starting lineups. Looks like Bree White gets the start tonight on senior night over Maddie Grover, so I do apologize. But Bree White, senior, gets the start tonight for Indianola. It is senior night, and Birmingham at the free throw line for 2 shots and makes the first.
151 free throw attempts already on the season for Birmingham. She'll get there 15, 20 times a night on regularity.
Makes them both, and the Warriors take a 2-0 lead. 7:30 to go, quarter number one. Indianola trailing 2-0. Belt gets it, picks up her dribble, tries to go through the middle, and it's intercepted by the Warriors. Now quickly coming down the floor is Norwalk. Picking up the dribble, now going back over into the hands of Larson. Larson swings it around. Larson back at the top of the key, looking for Birmingham. She's going to be defended by White, face up, and now crosses over, makes room in the lane, tries to kick it down low. Belt over there. Norwalk retains possession. Shot is up, no good. Blake with a rebound, brings the ball up the floor herself, and quickly gets it over to Geyer. Norwalk leading 2-0, 6:58 and counting to go, quarter number one.
Nice diagonal pass there from Birmingham down to Carlson. Just couldn't get the handle right away, and that forced a tougher shot.
Belt drives inside, has her shot deflected by the Warriors. That one's off the backboard, and Norwalk comes up with it. Birmingham dribbles left, goes right to the hoop. Left-handed layup is up, no good. I think Indianola avoids the contact, and rebound into the hands of Geyer, who tried to get it over left side, but it's intercepted by Norwalk and tipped out of bounds. And you can tell that the Warriors are using their athleticism right now, making life difficult for Indianola.
They want to run and gun and tire Indianola out if they can.
Pass gets over to White on the inbounds. Up top, Blake, deep two. Left open, rattles around, does not fall. And with 6.5 to go in the first, Norwalk still ahead, 2-0. Dooland dribbles right side. Kicks it back over, back Dooland, 3 hits. And the Warriors take a 5-0 lead, 6:15 to go, quarter number one. Indianola, I think, pretty happy with their defense so far, but unfortunately still a 0 on the offensive scoreboard. Blake?
That's a good sign for Ellie Doolin, knocking down that 3 early. If she can get a little confidence early, she's dangerous out there.
Now Norwalk with another interception. 1-on-none for Birmingham. Left-handed layup up and in, and that's going to lead to a McCoy True Value timeout for head coach Jeff Jansen in Indianola as Norwalk leads 7-0. Points off of turnovers early on. And again, that's going to be a big thing pushed by the Warriors all night long.
Yeah, not just the turnovers, but if they can score right off of them, it's even a bigger obstacle for Indianola to overcome. And that time it was just an uncontested layup on the other end for Birmingham.
Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Norwalk 7, Indianola nothing. Indianola with one team foul. I didn't quite catch who it was on that first foul, but Norwalk with none. Indianola 4 McCoy True Value timeouts. Norwalk with their full complement of 5, and 5:56 left to go on the first quarter clock. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. So whether it's a sudden injury, a chronic issue, or nagging pain you want to walk in and be seen for, the choice is Capital. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com. Geyer breaks the press herself, but then loses the ball, I think looking down low for Grover, and it's going to be another turnover for Indianola. 5:45 to go, quarter number 1, as Birmingham gets it over right side. Indianola sitting back in a zone, swings it back left side into the hands of Clark. Clark down low, Birmingham, shot is up, no good, off the front of the rim. Bishop with a rebound, Indianola trailing 7-0. Belt gets it quickly up, Grover, left-handed layup up and in, and Indianola's on the board. Maddie Grover runs the floor and is rewarded, but quickly coming back down the floor are the Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors very good at attacking after made baskets. They'll get a lot of layups in that way or open threes, and that time, not so much.
Get an air ball at the top of the key. Good-looking shot, but unfortunately doesn't hit iron, but that allows them to set up the press regardless. And if you're Norwalk, again, if you're just going to have a chance to get it out of bounds or a made basket, you're going to set it up and put pressure on Indianola. Belt double-teamed, now just kind of hesitates away from it, gets it up top to Blake. Warriors in full control, leading 7-2. Geyer hands it off, and travel by Bishop. Thinks she maybe had a step and then just let it slide.
And that's those unforced turnovers that we talked about before the game you can't have. Just a little indecisive there. And that press will do that. It'll speed you up a little bit.
5 minutes to go, quarter number 1. As Birmingham gets it over right side. Now back up top into the hands of Clark. Clark back over. Now right wing. Into the corner, Doolin off the front of the rim, no. Grover with a rebound, and it's going to be fouled on the backside. And with 4:46 left to go in the first, it will be a foul on Ava Carlson, her first, team first.
So a little bit of an early heat check there for Ellie Doolin. She knocked down the first one from that right corner, so she tried another one. It was online, but just a little short.
Geyer dribbles right, tries to break this press. Again, Norwalk just so tenacious on D. Gets it up to Grover, who nearly travels, but holds the foot. Now Blake gets it inside. Bishop, turnaround jumper. That one's deflected. Grover in there, fights for the rebound, and a jump ball is going to be forced possession arrow towards Indianola. And again, that's pretty much the one height advantage, I think, for either team is going to be Maddie Grover out there, about 2-3 inches on the next closest for either team.
Yeah, Grover's one of those good-looking freshmen for Indianola. She's had a good start and shows a lot of promise for the future.
Grover gets it back. Geyer, deep three is up, rattles home, and Alexa Geyer cuts the lead to just 2 with a triple. 4:19 to go in the first, and the Warriors trying to grow their run. It's a 5-0 Indianola run, responding to a 7-0 Warriors run.
And now we see the face guarding Geyer on Birmingham.
Quickly gets it out. Birmingham looking for it, running baseline. Geyer just not even looking at the ball as the Warriors sprinted around left side. Brown over the top, intercepted, no. Ball's on the deck, everyone diving for it. Geyer grabs it, and it's into the hands of Bishop. Norwalk with the turnover. Bishop finds a cutter. Grover straight to the hoop, layup up and in, and back-to-back 7-0 runs. And this game is knotted up at 7, 3:45 to go in the first.
Pretty impressive answer here for Indianola, getting down 7, now coming back to tie the game, and a little bit of a junk defense.
And again, facing up on Birmingham. Geyer has her. Birmingham has it out at the volleyball line. Birmingham calling for a screen, top of the key for 3. It's up no good, but right there for an offensive rebound. Putback shot is up and in for the Warriors.
That's Ava Carlson's game. Crash that glass and get put back. She's done it all year.
Norwalk leading 9-7, 3:14 to go, quarter number 1. Grover has it top of the key. Back out, Geyer gets his screen, dribbles into the lane, into the corner, catch and shoot 3 for the lead is Bishop, knocks it down, that's her shot, and the Warriors lose her in the corner, and it's 10-9, Indianola. Birmingham just quickly down the floor, a foul is going to be called. Indianola fans want to charge, and they're going to get one, as Indianola was set up in the lane, and I think Birmingham tried to stop, and maybe a little Indianola theater department coming out on the cell, but either way, that's going to be a foul on the Norwalk junior.
Yeah, Birmingham does that a lot. She'll go in there hard, and she will make the officials make a decision on those 50-50 charge block fouls. That was a tough one there.
That's I think both teams have a pretty good case of exactly what that call is going to be. You mentioned 50-50. Geyer tries to go baseline over for Brooke White, but it's too tall, and Indianola turns it over. Warriors have it. Into the corner, open for three. That was Peyton Travis, and it goes off the back of the rim. The saving grace for Indianola right now, Mike, is Norwalk not shooting well from long range. It's been the one from Dooland. Since then, they've had a couple of really open looks, and again, Indianola, I think, thanking their stars that none of these have been able to go down yet.
All right, Norwalk's had some nights where in the first half those shots aren't going down, and then usually the second half they start to heat up a little bit, and that's the case so far again tonight. Just one make.
Belt dribbles left. Tries to get it up top, and again, well stolen away. It's into the hands of the Warriors. Gets it down low. Left-handed layup is up, no good. Good position on the rebound, and somehow Belt comes up with it, and it's into the hands of Brooke White. And Norwalk running their black jerseys with the purple numbers, so I do apologize if I don't have it right away. Backdoor cut on Belt, puts up a floater in the lane. Nice job by the Warriors to grab the rebound, and a foul is going to be called on the Warriors on the rebound.
Oh, wow, they couldn't believe that
They
one.
said Peyton Travis threw an elbow out on the rebound, and it's going to be Indianola ball underneath their own basket.
It was Ava Carlson with the rebound.
It was Carlson, yeah. That's 2 on Carlson.
Well, that's a big deal because she's the best rebounder on the team. She's got 3 already.
I didn't see anything egregious as Abby Kluver comes on for Indianola. Bree White, Brooke White, Grover, and Kluver finally gets it off into the hands of Brooke White. White dribbles left, now top of the key. Hands it off to Bree White, goes into the lane, into the corner. Kluver, shot fake, dribbles right. Without Geyer or Belt out there right now. Good cut straight to the hoop, and a foul's going to be called on Norwalk, and the Warriors bench frustrated with the officiating right now. That's going to lead to free throws coming up for Indianola. 1:55 to go, quarter number 1. And another foul on Norwalk. It is now 4-1, and free throws coming up for Brooke White with 1:55 to go, quarter number 1.
Yeah, Norwalk coach Joe Siggers, hands up in the air there, couldn't believe it. I think that's the old, what's good on this end should be good on this end, and they didn't call it the same, and yeah, no coach is going to like that.
Geyer and Blake come back on for Indianola. They are going to rotate through, I think, very quickly tonight as White makes both free throws, putting Indianola up 12-9. Here comes Birmingham, quickly down the floor, thought about it, now goes left to Dooland. Into the corner, Brown drives inside, kicks it back out, catch and shoot, 3 is up. That one's off the mark, but an offensive rebound picked up by Clark. Clark goes into the lane, double teamed, kicks it back out, driving inside, puts up a floater off the rim, no good, and now what could have been an over the back foul is going to go off of Indianola out of bounds. Off of Grover will be Warriors ball underneath.
Warriors still looking to find that touch from outside. Peyton Travis had 3 trays the other night, and she's a freshman who's gaining confidence with each game right now.
Couple of good looks from Travis again. Indianola just not quite getting, or Norwalk, not quite getting them to go down on a lot of these open threes. And Indianola playing with fire, leading 12-9. Geyer back in defending Birmingham. Pass gets into the corner. 3-pointer, Dooland. And doesn't hit, and Blake with a rebound. Indianola leading 12-9, a minute 20 to go, quarter number 1. Blake gets it to Geyer, who crosses half court.
Yeah, Geyer doing a nice job out there defending Birmingham and then handling the ball on the other end.
Pass gets down low, Grover straight to the hoop, layup up and in. Grover 6 points off the bench, and with 1:02 and counting to go in the first, Indianola leading 14-9.
Right on cue there with the assist for Geyer.
Pearl Brown into the corner. Clark drives inside, good shot fake, and there's the reach in going to be called on Indianola. 52.4 seconds to go in the quarter.
It'll be interesting to see how long they leave Ava Carlson on the bench with those 2 fouls, because she's a presence down there rebounding and even blocking a shot or 2. They need her defense down low.
Larson comes back on the floor as well. She'll throw the ball in. Looks up top, gets into the hands of Dooland. Dooland, left side, Birmingham, left open for 3, too short, no good off the front of the rim, but Norwalk there for the rebound, falling out of bounds, quickly gets it back in. Now pass intercepted by Geyer. Geyer quickly down the floor, 1-on-1, straight to the hoop, left-handed layup up and in. Alexa Geyer with 5 in Indianola, leading 16-9.
This is a 16-2 run.
Yeah, a 7-0 Norwalk run to start. Birmingham has it, face guarded by Kluver. Now back up top, Kluver. Birmingham dribbles left, goes into the lane, puts up a floater and hits. Boy, Bailey Birmingham, she makes that. That's almost impossible to stop.
Yeah, just a little floater with the left hand. She's really shown off that left hand this year a lot.
10 seconds to go in the quarter. Blake drives inside, kicks it into the corner. Geyer, shot fake, dribbles left. Goes cross court back to Blake. 2 seconds. Has to put up a shot at the buzzer. Off the front of the rim. No, but Indianola ends the quarter on a 16-4 run. They lead 16-11. It's a Little Hawkeye Conference doubleheader on KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. We're back after this inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth.
If you are looking for a store that sells everything from flooring to furniture, Phillips Floors is not your store. However, if you are looking for a flooring specialty store that is committed to professional excellence in all facets of flooring, check out Phillips Floors. They are committed to providing quality flooring and installation that's the right fit for your home or office and that will last for years to come. Come visit their brand new showroom and facility at 1605 North 9th Street in Indianola or check them out at phillipsfloors.com. Phillips Floors. We do flooring.
At Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk, your satisfaction is their top priority. Their friendly professional team is committed to helping you find the information and assistance you need at every step of the car buying and ownership journey. Combine that with their award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always here community care, you can trust the team at Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk will go the extra mile to ensure you drive away in the new or used vehicle that fits you. Check them out at gychevynorwalk.com or stop by the dealership at 2501 Sunset Drive in Norwalk today.
We're back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola leading 16-11 over number 8 Norwalk in this Warren County rivalry clash as Birmingham has the ball, defended by Kluver. First possession, nice spin move, straight to the hoop, left-handed layup is up, no good, but a whistle's going to be called. And Birmingham, 6 first quarter points, will head back to the free throw line for 2 more shots. I'm Andrew Swadner, he's Mike Effner. Mike, what surprised you the most about that first quarter?
Oh, just the way that, not the way that Indianola responded, but how effectively they were able to score 16 out of the 18 points there in that one stretch. And not shocked, but just impressed by the effectiveness of that diamond and one they threw out there.
Birmingham misses the first, makes the second. It's 16-12. Birmingham with all but 5 of Norwalk's points so far. And Belt has it top of the key. She's defended by Clark, dribbles left side. Goes straight to the hoop, puts up a floater, and they're going to get an offensive foul, and that one was well drawn. Birmingham just kind of waiting right there to repay the favor.
And Coach Sigrist approved of that call. I think he feels like that even things up a little bit, so it's going the other way. Another turnover on Indianola. I've got them for 6 so far.
7:39 and counting before halftime. Indianola face guarding Birmingham wherever she goes. Gets it up top, now goes back left side. Larson into the corner. That's Braylon Clark looking inside. Can't find anybody near a 5-second call, and they're going to get it. Clark just had nowhere to go, not enough movement, and Norwalk turns it over. Indianola leading 16-12, 7:24 to go quarter number 2. Soon as we get a break in the action, we've got a pair of state wrestling qualifiers for both Indianola and Norwalk girls basketball. We'll get those out here in just a bit as Geyer crosses half court. Pass is going to be deflected and stolen away. No, just out of bounds by the Warriors, but great hustle by Pearl Brown.
Carlson back in the game now, trying to make that impact near steal.
Risky from I think Coach Sigrist here, but again, that's what you have to do in a kind of rivalry game. You got to play the odds a little bit. 7:12 to go, quarter number 2, and Indianola leading 16-12, but you can tell the Warriors, who started quarter 1 with some great defensive intensity, have it right back, and they're going to get Belt with another offensive foul, and Indianola fans, I think, have a turn to grumble.
Well, the Oscars are coming up in a month or so, and that was Braylon Clark might be up for a nomination.
I didn't see her name on there, but, I mean, there's still time to add it.
Right.
Yeah.
A couple more like that, she'll be in the running.
7:03 and counting to go, quarter number 2. Indianola leads 16-12. Birmingham goes quickly over the top, down low, swinging it back around. Three-pointer, Larson. Off the mark, no good. Fighting for the rebound, picked up by Brown, and the Warriors get another opportunity.
Big offensive board for Ava Carlson there, her 4th rebound of the game now.
Larson dribbles right side. Now goes left, Indianola in this box and one, quickly gets it down low, ball on the deck, going right at Grover, and it's going to be ripped away by Blake, and a jump ball is going to be forced, Indianola ball. 6:35 to go, quarter number 2. And I think the Warriors just need some time to adjust. They're getting some open looks, not quite hitting them. And Norwalk, I think, has seen this before, so you can't imagine the outside shooting is going to stay as stagnant as it has been for the Warriors. But if you're Indianola, I feel like you got to get points while you can. Pass gets over. Bishop tripped on the sideline. Unfortunate call there against the Warriors. 6:24 to go, quarter number 2. Indianola leading 16-12.
You know, and DCG did a lot of this face guarding Birmingham, and I know they worked on that over Christmas break a lot. They just haven't had a lot of games since then to face it, and now tonight you're going to get a steady dose of it.
Pass gets in. That's going to be Geyer with a deep 3. It's up no good, but Blake with an offensive rebound goes to the hoop. Layup up and in. 6:13 to go, quarter number 2. Indianola leading 16-12. Clark.
About 3 rebounds now for Dana Blake and gets 2 out of that one.
Gets it over, knocked away into the hands of Brooke White, and Norwalk turns it over. Brooke White with a reach in and a steal, but picks up her dribble. Someone from Indianola is going to have to come up, and that's going to be a McCoy True Value timeout called by head coach Jeff Jansen. 5:57 to go, quarter number 2. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset again. 2 minutes, 3 seconds gone by in the second quarter. Indianola 18, Norwalk 12. Indianola with 3 team fouls already in the quarter, however. Warriors with just 1. Indianola 3 timeouts. Norwalk with 5. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. We have some scores coming in from around the area. We've been so jam-packed, Mike, but right now we got, I believe, Pella leading Newton at half, 35-19. PCM leading Perry 30-8 at half. And those are the 2 scores we got, but both Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio updates coming in. And then our state qualifiers. Sierra Becker at 100 pounds for Indianola, and who for the Norwalk Warriors?
I believe it was Madison Froley that got in.
Madison Froley gets in for Norwalk, so congratulations to our girls state wrestling qualifiers. White, deep 3-pointer on the ensuing possession. That one's a little bit too strong. Rebound into the hands of Norwalk. Indianola leading 18-12, 5:40 to go. Quarter number 2. Warriors get the ball down low, trying to go one-on-one. Indianola double team collapses and forcing another jump ball. This one going right back with Norwalk, but Indianola active hands down low has forced a couple in that same position.
And the turnovers starting to even up a little bit unofficially. I've got Indianola with 6 turnovers and Norwalk now with 5.
5:34 before halftime. Birmingham just triple teamed in the lane, and someone got somewhere on the arm, and that's going to lead to 2 more free throws coming in for Bailey Birmingham.
Yeah, Bailey again just forcing the issue there, catching the inbounds pass, and that's going to be a way to get her the ball maybe is off inbounds plays.
Free throws coming up. She's already 4 of 5 and makes the first. Birmingham up to 8 points. And makes the second. 18-14, Indianola, Norwalk. That foul was on Bishop, her first, team 4th. So the Warriors shooting double bonus the rest of this quarter as a reach-in is going to be called on Travis. Just the second team foul, first on Travis.
So we'll see this second time in now for Peyton Travis. If maybe she can get going and get the hot hand for Norwalk. They need somebody to step up. She'd be a good candidate.
Had a couple of open looks in that first quarter. Geyer gets a double screen right, kicks it off into the corner, and does hit the baseline. Looked like Geyer went up into the air to try to throw it, and when you do that, your momentum brings the ball with you, and Indianola turns it right back over. Norwalk seems to have settled things down here in this second quarter and cut the deficit a little bit. It's 18-14. Indianola still with a lead, but the Warriors look to have a little bit of that momentum. Larson, Travis, right wing. Has it knocked away. I think White is going to grab it. No, it's going to be out of bounds and will be Norwalk ball in the corner. 5 minutes to go before halftime.
So you've got Geyer, the freshman, getting the honors of face guarding Birmingham again. For a while it was Blake.
And now Geyer takes a seat, and it's Bree White.
Yep.
So Indianola not afraid to throw multiple defenders at her. I know we've also seen Abby Kluver come out there.
Yeah, I think that's the good strategy. You want to keep fresh bodies on her.
Gets it, cross-court pass into the hands of Travis. Back up top, Larson drives inside, tries to kick it down low. Ball's in the dirt, everyone's down for it. That's going to lead to a jump ball, and it will be Indianola possession. 4:45 to go, quarter number 2. Indianola leading 18-14.
So another turnover, if you will, on the Warriors there with on the jump ball possession at the tie-up. So that's 6 for them.
Press is on. And again, with no Geyer or Belt on the floor, Indianola without really a true point guard. Lots of athletes on this team can play point guard, or at least bring the ball up the floor guard. But those are pretty much the 2 point guards on this team. As Bree White gets it over, Blake drives inside, maybe had a shot at the bucket, but kicks it back out in the hands of Bishop. Now Bree White tries to get it over left side. Brooke White, left wing, tries to go down low. Nice move, Grover. Turnaround shot is up, does not fall. Norwalk crashing the boards, and it will be off the Warriors and out of bounds. But a good post move down low by Grover, and it will be Indianola ball.
Yeah, impressive move down there. I think she just rushed it a little bit. If she'd taken a little bit more time, probably able to finish.
Bree White looks to pass it in, gets it over. Brooke White back in the corner. Bree White dribbles left side, picks up her dribble, goes back up top, Blake. Blake, top of the key. Hands it off, Bree White. Back into the corner, Brooke White, she'll take the 3. Knocks it down, Brooke White with the triple, and Indianola's back up 7, 21-14.
Indianola continuing to impress there, getting the open three-pointer from White.
Norwalk no field goals in this quarter yet. It's been 3 free throws from Bailey Birmingham, who's double-teamed, tries to rip the ball away, and then puts up a floater and in, and that's going to lead to a McCoy True Value timeout from Coach Sigrist. But how does that one go down? Bailey Birmingham is just a wizard out there. We've seen it left hand, we've seen it right hand. She can score from anywhere.
Yeah, and if you think it looks like a bad shot sometimes, no, she knows what she's doing. And it almost looked like she even cleared herself there with a little bit of an elbow. The Indianola fans wanted maybe something called there, and then right into a running shot.
Do have another Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update. Pella Christian 21, Grandview Christian nothing at the end of the first. So
that's interesting.
Hopefully, I guess not hopefully, but maybe a typo coming in from Tyler Crabb. But either way, 21-0 is the score we have right now. Again, other scores: Knoxville versus Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, PCM versus Perry, Pella Christian versus Grandview, and Pella versus Newton are the other games we have on the air tonight. It's Indianola ball, length of the floor to go, leading 21-16. 3:41 to go before halftime. Again, Norwalk's first field goal of the second quarter just came on that Bailey Birmingham shot. Blake has it top of the key, dribbling right. Fakes the pass, now gets it over to Kluver. Kluver spin moves, tries to split the defense, misses it, and then a foul is going to be called on Grover, 90-plus feet away from the basket. And Indianola, that should be, I believe, free throws coming in. Yeah, it will be, and that's, I think, something Coach Jeff Jansen is going to look at as tangible evidence. Hey, we don't need to be doing that. That's going to lead to free throws coming in for the Warriors.
It'll be the sophomore Ava Carlson shooting 2 shots on the other end. 5 rebounds in the game now for Ava Carlson. And she'll go to the line. A 52% free throw shooter on the year, 25 out of 48.
So let's see if the Warriors can take advantage at the charity stripe. They have had a massive advantage there as Carlson makes it 6 of 7 Norwalk from the line.
Such an important stretch here for Indianola with Geyer and Belt on the bench.
Second free throw is short, and the rebound should be into the hands of Peyton Travis, and Norwalk gets another opportunity. Travis down low, back out. Travis, deep 3, off the front of the rim. Indianola trying to track down the rebound. It's into the hands of Grover. She quickly gets it over to Kluver. Right side Bishop. Indianola on the move. Doesn't really have numbers. Step back 3 is up from Bishop. That one was maybe deflected.
We'll find out.
It will be, yeah, they're going to say Indianola ball underneath. I don't mind the shot from Indianola. If you get Bishop an open look against this Norwalk defense, normally I'm not a huge fan of that shot, but I just think points at a premium for this Indianola offense. You got to do it. Kluver quickly gets it into the corner, but well read by Travis, and it's going to be intercepted, and Indianola gets the turnover and then the foul. That's going to lead to, I believe.
Yeah, it should be free throws on.
Well, no, I think it was off of something on Norwalk. So it must have been out of bounds.
They must have called Peyton Travis for stepping out of bounds after the steal. I thought they had called a foul initially.
So it will be Kluver passing it in, but that one's going to be tipped out by Birmingham. It's going to be a one-on-one down the floor, and it's a lot of contact and a late call, but I think the correct call that will have Birmingham head back to the free throw line for 2 shots. First foul on Dana Blake. Good hustle from both players, but Birmingham back at the free throw line already in this first half. Indianola leading 21-17, 2:57 to go, quarter number 2. And Birmingham rims it home.
And here comes Geyer back into the game. Wondered how long they'd leave her out.
Yeah, it's been a lot more substitutions than normal, Mike, as I think Coach Jansen is knowing kind of hockey style, expecting his athletes to go out there and quickly make a change. As the second free throw no good, Blake Gets the inbounds pass from Grover on the rebound. Now Blake has it quickly down the floor. Tries to split the defense, and a foul is going to be called on Norwalk, just their third team foul of this first half.
But we'll see who it's on. Is it on Carlson? No.
No, it's on Travis, her second. So a couple athletes on Norwalk now with 2 fouls, Carlson and Travis. Zoe Belt with 2 fouls for Indianola, both of them offensive. Geyer gets the handoff, open for 3, knocks it down. Indianola, 3-point shooting, their saving grace. Geyer has 8, and it's 24-18 Indianola.
I was impressed with Geyer the first time around up at Norwalk, and again tonight, she looks like she's just improved.
Birmingham with the answer, pull-up 3 at the top of the key, and it's now a shootout at Indianola High School. It's 24-21 as Birmingham makes the triple.
Big shot for the Warriors, needed that answer right there.
White gets it over. Geyer setting up a double screen. Fakes right, hands it off into the hands of Blake. Blake at the top of the key. Goes right side. 3-pointer catch and shoot from Brooke White. Triples in, and Brooke White 6 off the bench.
Gotta get a hand up on those girls.
Rain.
Yes, those White girls. There's a pedigree in that family of shooting.
Peyton Travis dribbles around right, gets into the lane. Indianola straight up, and that one should be off of Indianola, out of bounds. Yeah, but they deflect the ball, and it will be Norwalk ball underneath. Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio Update. Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 18, Knoxville 3 after the first quarter. So some lopsided scores coming in from around the area tonight.
Ellie Doolin and Braylon Clark check back in for Norwalk.
Clark gets it quickly up. Now goes left side in the hands of Brown. Corner 3 up from Doolin is off the mark, no good. Long rebound, however. Diving on the floor for it is Grover. Gets it up to Blake. She finds Geyer. Geyer out in the open court. Splits the defense, goes left-handed layup is up, no good. Fighting for the rebound is White, but she tips it out of bounds herself. Great hustle from both sides on this, and Geyer misses the layup.
I like the attack there by Geyer, almost giving Bailey a little dose of her own medicine there with a little move, the Euro step around her, but just couldn't quite finish.
Birmingham with 1 foul, maybe trying to get a second. As pass goes inside from the Warriors, it's going to be deflected and stolen away, but they give it right back. Intercepting the pass is Brown. Cross-court pass. Birmingham drives inside, loses the ball, however. I don't know if someone tipped it or not, but either way, turnover Norwalk, and Indianola has it, leading 27-21, 1:12 to go before halftime.
So 3 turnovers right in a row there after a pretty good stretch without any.
Geyer goes back up to Blake. 1:04 to go before halftime. Grover finds a cutter, tried to go back to Geyer, but right there, the Warriors quickly getting it. Now it's into the hands of Carlson quickly up the floor. 3-pointer, Avery Thomas. That one's too strong, but an offensive rebound picked up by Birmingham. Cross-court pass, back up, shot fake. Now back out into the hands of Doolin. Doolin dribbling left. Indianola sitting in this zone. Pearl Brown has it into the corner. Now back into the corner. 3-pointer from Doolin again, and she hits. Doolin hits her second triple after the opening triple, and it's 27-24 Indianola.
Yeah, Doolin had missed about 3 or 4 in a row there, but a big one there to tighten this one back up.
Indianola holding for what could be the final shot of the first half after an impressive first half. Blake has it at the top of the key. Goes into the corner. Grover needs some movement for Indianola. Now nearly picked off, and it's going to go into the hands of Brooke White. Geyer, 3-pointer from the left side. Knocks it down. Her third triple of the first half. 2 seconds to go. Birmingham pulls up from the volleyball line. Just off the mark. But a great first half. Rick Wilson's walking it out after Indianola leading Norwalk 30-24. Halftime coverage coming up after this on KMIA.
At Exit Realty North Star, it's not just about real estate, it's about community. Proudly serving Warren County and Central Iowa, they're your neighbors, friends, and dedicated real estate partners for buying, selling, and investing. They believe in building strong communities together and investing in the places we call home. When you choose Exit Realty North Star, you're not just getting a home, you're gaining a community. Call them today at 515-981-5131 or visit them online at exitrealtynorthstar.com. Exit Realty North Star in Norwalk. Go Warriors! Z's Eatery and Draft House in Indianola is still the place where friends become family, but now with a new and improved menu. Stop in for lunch from 11 to 4 and enjoy a wide range of quick options served fresh, from starters and greens to wraps, burgers, and handhelds. And don't forget to ask about the Tuesday Smash Burger Special. The dinner menu from 4 until close features more entree options, bigger portions, and delicious pasta. Open 6 days a week, Z's Eatery and Draft House is the place to be until 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Check out their new menu on Facebook or at zsindianola.com.
Looking for a used car in Indianola? Auto Empire, located at the corner of Highways 92 and 6569, is the leading pre-owned car dealership in town. On top of a wide selection of affordable quality cars and bank financing tailored to your needs, their extended warranties and customer service will have you driving away with a smile. With vehicles starting at $3,000, Auto Empire offers a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs for less than $10,000. Auto Empire, here to make the buying process simple and affordable.
Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Look no further than Cementech in Indianola. Cementech is hiring skilled individuals to join their dynamic team. They're seeking dedicated professionals who are passionate about building a better tomorrow. Whether you're an experienced concrete technician, a master mechanic, or a skilled operator, Cementech has a place for you. They offer competitive wages, excellent benefits, and a supportive work environment. Apply today by visiting www.cementech.com/careers. Cementech, where hard work meets endless possibilities.
Welcome to halftime coverage live at senior night here on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. He's Mike Effner. I'm Andrew Swadner. Indianola girls basketball leading Norwalk 30-24. Mike, your first impressions of this first half? I think Indianola shooting really well from long range and not turning the ball over for Norwalk to get easy points off of it.
Right. They have unofficially 10 turnovers on the night so far, but I can only think of about one or two that led directly to points. So they're limiting those points off turnovers for Norwalk, playing really good defense in the half court with their junk there, the diamond and one, or whatever you want to call it out there. Holding Bailey Birmingham down a little bit. She's gotten to the free throw line some, but she single digits, right?
She's at 15 points.
Well, she's at 15? Okay. Yep. She got more than I thought.
Yep.
She does that sometimes, quietly gets 30, but not doing a bad job on her. But the thing is, the other girls aren't hitting the shots. Ellie Doolin's got a couple threes, but outside of that, they're really doing a good job in that defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Birmingham right now, 6 of 8 at the free throw line. Believe Ava Carlson just 1 of 2, and that's it at the line for Norwalk. Indianola 2 of 2 at the line, both those coming from Brooke White, who has 8 points off the bench. Alexa Geyer, 11 points in the first half. Maddie Grover, 6 points off the bench. And Indianola, again, not necessarily a big, deep bench scoring team. Maddie Grover generally getting the start, but not on senior night tonight. But having that many points coming off the bench for Indianola, to me, is probably the key of the first half. They're getting contributions from a lot of, I don't want to say unexpected, but not usually this volume of sources.
And shooting from beyond the arc, perhaps better than expected. And I mean, that's credit to them. They're out shooting their percentages tonight.
And if you're Coach Sigrist for Norwalk, I think you're pretty happy with shot selection right now. Again, they're not falling for the Warriors, but you have to be pretty happy with the kind of looks that you're getting. Birmingham's Birmingham. She's going to get her shots. She's going to find some way to put the ball in the bottom of the net. And if you're everyone else, I think the message for Coach is just keep it going. I mean, eventually these are going to start to fall.
Yeah, 8 turnovers unofficially so far on Norwalk. Probably a few more than they'd like to have at this point in the game, but you're going to have that when you run into a defense that you don't see very often like they're finding right now. As you mentioned, they've gotten some good looks. We'll see if they start dropping in the second half. Monday night at Newton, that was the case. They made 2 threes in the first half, missed a whole bunch. Second half, Birmingham hit 5, and there was about 7 as a team. So we'll see how they shoot it this second half, and I think they may ramp up the intensity of their pressure just a little bit, see if they can get a few more easy layups.
I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a little bit more backcourt traps as well. And Indianola's been keeping 3 guards in the backcourt, and then as soon as one athlete gets space, everyone else kind of runs off. I wouldn't be surprised to see Norwalk make a little bit more pressure in the backcourt as well.
Yeah, you might see even like a 1-3-1 trap in the half court. They'll do that sometimes just to mix it up a little bit, maybe even take off the full court pressure when they do that, or some kind of a zone, half court zone trap.
We'll take a short timeout, come back for second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center. Indianola leading Norwalk 30-24 at halftime. Back after this on KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube.
It's the DeArmond Ford 2024 kickoff event. Start the new year off right and a new F-150 XLT with up to $11,000 off MSRP. Plus 3.9% for 66 months. New Explorers with $1,750 rebate plus 1.9% for 66 months. New Edges with 1.9% for 66 months. And new Escapes with 0.9% for 66 months plus $1,000 rebate. Save big during our 2024 kickoff event at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Looking for an internet provider that prioritizes convenience? Look no further than IMU Fiber. Our local and community-focused approach means faster support wait times, quicker response time for service issues, and a commitment to hometown values. Our state-of-the-art fiber network platform ensures unmatched reliability, resulting in fewer service slowdowns and interruptions. And the best part? No contracts, no data caps, and no fine print. Just great service from people you know and trust. Experience the IMU Fiber difference in Indianola today.
Welcome back to halftime coverage on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. He's Mike Hefner. I'm Andrew Swadner. Indianola girls basketball leading number 8 Norwalk 30-24. And second half adjustments are presented by Details Plus Collision Center. Mike, what are you looking for the Warriors?
I think just come out, no panic, and I don't think they're going to panic. They're down 6 points here. Just stay the course. Again, a few maybe minor defensive tweaks, might throw some different traps out there to try to get a little more going in the transition. But I think for now they'll stay the course, and maybe a few tweaks on the offensive end as well against that junk defense. Find ways to get Bailey better shots.
And my second half adjustment for Indianola is going to be play a little bit slower in the half court. I think we've seen them maybe try to go a little bit too much side to side. Norwalk, very good point of attack defense. Moving the ball makes it more difficult to play that. And I'd love to see some post opportunities for Maddie Grover. Obviously, one of the very few teams she's going to have a significant height advantage over. And that doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but at least we've seen it from Maddie Grover make some nice post moves down low, try and slow it up, get some twos down low on the block.
Ava Carlson with those 2 fouls, that makes a lot of sense to go in there and try to attack her early and get her number 3.
That is second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center. Remember, when you need auto body repair, the difference between one shop and the next are the little details. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. A quick rundown of the scores we have through the area at the end of the third quarter. PCM 42, Perry 14. At halftime, Pella Christian 42, Grandview Christian 8. After the first quarter, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 18, Knoxville 3. And at halftime, Pella 35, Newton 19.
So this is the game here.
This is the game. It was probably always going to be the game of the conference tonight. But Pella Christian with the bye. They're out of conference tonight. And just honestly, some fun basketball here at Indianola High School.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun the second half. Indianola really trying to make a statement tonight. And Norwalk needs all the wins they can get. They got DCG. They got a game with Ames tomorrow, DCG on Tuesday. They're on that line right now, number 8 in the state. They want to stay in that top 8 to try to get a regional final at home, perhaps.
And especially because if you look at all the ranked teams, if you're on the road, you're all likely headed a long ways away. A lot of those teams coming out west. And, I mean, there's not a huge amount of teams. The ones that are, North Polk, DCG in this area, probably teams you don't want to be traveling to. So it's either a long road trip or you're facing a top team. So I think Norwalk really has to try and pick up some wins if they want to get that home game.
Right, and somebody good will probably get sent west where Lewis Central and Heelan are.
Yep, so that's, again, not where you want to be. And that's where, to me, those two teams might be the 2 best in all of Class 4A right now. So Norwalk really fighting for that home playoff spot right now. Do want a quick mention again, Madison Froley of Norwalk at 100 pounds at 4th place qualifies for state, and Indianola's Sierra Becker qualifies for state for Indianola. So 2 100-pound wrestlers, one for Norwalk, one for Indianola, qualified to the girls' state wrestling tournament. They had their regional action today in Des Moines. Our coverage there on KNIA KRLS at KNIAKRLS.com. Andrew Schneider got a chance to catch up. I believe had interviews with most, if not all, of the state qualifiers, so we'll have those on KNIA KRLS coming up, but that wraps up halftime coverage. Getting ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Norwalk ball to start things off.
Yeah, it's a big deal for Norwalk girls wrestling. Coach Alana Vederick, they didn't have any state qualifiers in year 1 last year, so that's a big deal to get one this year. Congratulations to Froley.
Just continues to grow. I mean, honestly, Simpson, I got a chance to talk to their head coach. He's saying recruiting is so much different than what it was even last year with just the implementation of high school wrestling. So a lot of fun over for high school girls wrestlers. Norwalk with the ball to start things off. It gets into the corner for Larson. Larson dribbling back around, trying to find some creative ways to get it inside. Layup is up and in. Nice job there by Braylon Clark, who's had a quiet first half. And it is 30-26. Indianola nursing a 4-point lead. Geyer has it top of the key. They double team Blake into the corner. Bree White down low. Belt. They try to get it to her on the block, as Blake cross-court pass White, nice look down low. Geyer straight to the hoop, layup up and in, and defensive miscommunication there for the Warriors, and Geyer with an easy 2.
That was great ball movement by Indianola there, and a nice cut by Geyer to the hoop.
And very patient. I mean,
Yes.
It was really the one pass was deflected from Belt, but either way, it made it to its target, and now nearly losing the ball and having it knocked out of bounds are the Warriors, but they quickly get it back, and Indianola starting off the way they wanted to in this third quarter as Maddie Grover comes on for Bree White.
Maddie Grover back in. She's leading the way for Indianola with 5 rebounds in the first half. Ava Carlson had 5 to lead Norwalk.
Pass gets into Birmingham. Norwalk trying to set things up again. Geyer facing Birmingham up. Dribbling right side, now kicks it back out. No, stolen away by Bryn Bishop. And Indianola forces another Norwalk turnover. 6:50 to go, quarter number 3. Indianola leading 32-26.
Now Norwalk in a little bit of a zone look to come out here in the third quarter, like a 1-2-2 or a 3-2.
Yeah. And we'll see what Indianola's adjustments are as a pass intended for the corner. Braylon Clark reads it well and tips it out of bounds. I think Indianola maybe needs to bring another guard up or 2. You can't really sit in the corner against the 3-2 because otherwise your point guard's just stuck up there.
And right now, it looks like Grover to the high post. She flashed there and then back down.
Belt loses the ball. It's going to be stolen away. Now quickly out in the open floor. Layup is up and blocked from behind, but a layup is up and in. Nice hustle down the floor from the Warriors. And that's Dooland. Pearl Brown had it blocked.
I think Pearl Brown got the putback.
Pearl Brown got the putback, excuse me. So Norwalk back within 4, 32-28. Belt drives inside, right-handed shot is up, no good, but a rebound is going to be picked up by Blake, but it's knocked out of her hands. Ball's on the deck, and that's going to be a McCoy True Value timeout called by the Warriors. 6:01 left to go in the third, and one thing we have not seen a lack of here tonight, Mike, is hustle from both sides.
And that was the case the first time around in Norwalk as well. Indianola, that's kind of what kept them in that game all night, was they never let up, they never gave up, and they were hustling all over the floor.
You're listening to Indianola Norwalk basketball on AM 1320, FM 94.3, KNIA, Knoxville, Indianola. Indianola leading 32-28. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset, as neither team with any foul yet in quarter number 3, and both teams now down to 3 McCoy True Value timeouts. And again, 6:01 left to go on the third quarter clock. Norwalk ball, length of the floor to go.
No fouls on either team to start the half. You know, both teams kind of in a zone look now, so trying to stay out of that foul trouble.
Dooland swings it around. Carlson, Birmingham. Larson for 3 from the corner, off the mark, no good. Another rebound coming in for Grover. And Indianola with 5:45 to go in the third gets it over into the hands of Geyer. Belt, right wing, gets a screen from Blake, drives inside. Belt has had that drive, but she loses the ball and tries to get it into the corner. It's out of bounds off of Indianola, and the Warriors force another turnover. That's something that I think is a lost art here, Mike, is driving to the hoop against the zone. You kind of want to pass it around and get an open 3, but Indianola setting it up to get Belt with an extra defender out at the 3-point line, sealing it off for a right-handed layup. It just hasn't worked the last couple times down.
Yeah, just lost control of it a little bit that time on the way to the basket.
Clark has it. Back to Birmingham. Defended by Geyer. Splits the defense, has it knocked away. Ball out into the hands of the Warriors. Still, however, driving inside is Brown. Brown kicks it into the corner. Picking up her dribble, that is Dooland. Now, long corner 3 is going to be up and missed. Birmingham can't find it, and it's going to be Belt with the rebound. Gets it over Blake. Finds Geyer, and Indianola leading 32-28. 5 minutes to go, quarter number 3. Coach Jeff Jansen calling out the zone offense as Geyer dribbles right side. Cross-court pass, Belt has not had a lot of open looks, finds Blake in the middle, but it's too high, and it's tipped up and stolen away, and it will be tipped out of bounds by Geyer, but again, a nice job by the Warriors. They are just in every single active passing lane right now, and it feels like Indianola does not have much of an answer against this 3-2.
Yeah, they look really good in the zone. That's 4 turnovers they forced so far in the third quarter. We're not even 4 minutes in, so it's doing its job so far.
Norwalk, Birmingham, deep 3, hand in her face. That one doesn't hit anything, and it's off the mark, and it will be Indianola ball. 4:30 to go, quarter number 3. And again, Indianola nursing a 32-28 lead, and it's been a very quiet third quarter so far. We're 30 seconds away from being halfway done. It's 4-2 in the quarter, Norwalk.
Yeah, both teams have been in double digits every quarter so far. I think that may change here in the second half as the defenses start to take hold.
White has it, goes back to Kluver. Kluver running the point for Indianola. Tries to extend this Warriors defense, 20 on the shot clock. Kluver gets it over. Brooke White. Back to Kluver. Swings it into the corner. Bishop. Kluver. Got to try and move the ball against the zone 10 on the shot clock. Kluver shot fake, splits the defense, goes into the lane off the backboard. That's up no good. Long rebound. It's going to be off of Indianola and out of bounds. I think the opportunities are there. Coach Jeff Jansen on the sideline saying swing the ball back around, but Norwalk's just really overplaying it and making life difficult.
It may take a timeout here at some point to just kind of talk things over how they want to attack it, because right now they just look a little hesitant.
Halfway through quarter number 3, Indianola leading Norwalk 32-28. Pass gets down low. Norwalk driving, picking up their dribble. Carlson back out, three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Clark offensive rebound, however. Putback shot is up and in. Pearl Brown, she's got 4 in the third quarter, and the Warriors back within 2, 32-30, 3:33 and counting.
Tell you what, Pearl Brown is 5'5", but she has gotten in there for some big offensive boards throughout the season.
White, down low Bishop, down low Grover, just can't quite handle the pass, and Indianola had the right idea. Instead of swinging it back around, they try to get it to Grover down low, and now Norwalk, what seemed so far away even just at the start of this quarter, is now within 2 of tying or 3 of taking their first lead since the first quarter.
And right now they're the team getting the better shots out there. They're not hitting them all, but they are getting pretty good looks.
Clark, top of the key, dribbling around, looking for Birmingham, but again, face guarded by Abby Kluver. Now has it knocked away by Bishop. Bishop quickly down the floor, has a one-on-none. Layup is up, no good. And then with a huge missed opportunity. Now Norwalk can push the ball, trying to drive inside, maybe got away with a walk, but either way, not sure where she was on the court, and turning it over for the Warriors is going to be Ava Carlson. I think she thought she was a little bit not as far underneath, looked up and saw she was underneath the hoop and throws it away.
Yeah, I think she may have traveled there, but it all turned out the same there as a turnover.
Pass gets into Blake, splits the defense straight to the hoop. Layup up no good, and Indianola missing a couple of gimmies now, leading 32-30, and the Warriors coming back again. Clark gets it over. Three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Long rebound into the hands of White, and Indianola trying to slow things up here as they get it over left side into the hands of Blake, who crosses half court. 2:12 to go in the third. Indianola just 2 points in the third. They're saving grace right now. Norwalk with just 6 as we're 6 minutes into the quarter. Grover up top. Blake, three-pointer. Knocks it down. Dana Blake has the range and stops a long scoreless streak for Indianola.
So Indians miss a couple of layups, but they do hit the outside shot. Makes up a little bit for that.
Birmingham dribbles right, and the hand check foul is going to come against Abby Kluver. First foul of the quarter, 1:49 to go in the third. And if I'm Coach Jansen, that's Kluver's second. I'm really okay with that. Anytime Birmingham kind of puts her head down and drives, it's probably going to be a good scoring opportunity. So if you can put a foul with this much time and not really a chance for it to be free throws, I think you're pretty happy with it.
Yeah, especially when you don't have any in the quarter. How often do you see that?
Yeah, especially after kind of a lot of whistles in the first half as well. Driving inside, great move to the hoop is Clark, but she's fouled on the way. And that will be free throws coming up for Norwalk. 1:40 to go, quarter number 3. And Indianola still leading 35-30.
Yeah, Braylon Clark's a girl that has got to get a little bit more aggressive, just like she did there. She was averaging 10, 11 points a game there for a while. Ever since the DCG game, she's kind of been quiet. Of course, there was 3.5 weeks out in there with no games, but her scoring's been down. Over these next couple of weeks, they're going to want her to pick things back up a little bit.
Yeah, we've talked about shutting down Birmingham. Indianola in this third quarter has done a good job with that. And it's been Pearl Brown, but Abel Carlson with just 3, Braylon Clark with just 2, and then a lane violation is going to come off, and I think wipe away the made basket.
Yep.
So Clark made the second one, but wave it off, and it's still 35-30, and it's Indianola ball. 1:40 to go, quarter number 3. Haven't seen one of those in a while either.
Not too many. Oh, that's frustrating when you get a free throw wiped away like that, especially when you're behind.
Belt to Geyer. Geyer into the corner and just deflected out of bounds by the Warriors. Indianola needs to try and get through this zone in the middle, and they just haven't been able to do that, and credit the active hands of the Warriors. Easier said than done. We can sit up here and talk X's and O's all day, but it's way more difficult. But Brooke White, corner 3 is up, knocks it down, and Indianola from long range feels like they can't miss tonight, leading 38-30. Birmingham has it. Goes up top, swings it around. Driving inside, and an offensive foul is going to be drawn by Dana Blake.
Yeah, Blake was just standing there waiting, and a aggressive drive in there by the freshman Peyton Travis, and Blake was there waiting for the charge.
Her third. Peyton Travis picks up her third, and if you need three-point shooting at some point to get back into this, that's going to be tough for Coach Sigrist. Indianola leading 38-30, their biggest lead of the night. And Indianola tries to get it inside, nearly loses it, but Geyer shot fake, dribbles right now. I think maybe gets away with a walk. Cross-court pass is going to be tipped up by Birmingham. It's stolen away by Brown. Here comes Birmingham. Driving it on White. Left-handed layup up, no good, but again, a decent foul if you're Brooke White. Indianola starting to pile up the fouls, but just 52 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Now go 6 minutes without one, and now up to 3 here.
Just the first on Brooke White, and again, Birmingham near automatic at the line, but you still want to make her earn them. And makes the first, and it's 38-31, 52.1 seconds to go, quarter number 3.
Indianola up to 16 turnovers now, 6 of those coming in the third quarter.
8 3-pointers made, and the problem with Norwalk not scoring as well is they haven't been able to press, and now they force a turnover. Birmingham gets it. Goes in on Belt, down low on the block, and travels. I think Belt just beat her to the spot, and Birmingham hesitated on the Euro step, and Indianola gets a massive break there after the turnover, followed up by another turnover.
Yeah, good recovery there by Belt on defense after the turnover. Like to see Bailey maybe jump stop in that situation.
Belt dribbles left, and Indianola trying to break the press. Trap not coming from Norwalk. Belt tries to go over the top, gets it into the corner. Bishop goes Geyer, down low. Back out Bishop, swings it around. Good defense from the Warriors as Blake has it top of the key. Gets it over left side, nearly throws it away, but Geyer there to recover. 15 on the shot clock. Geyer has it out near half court. Double screen set up at the top of the key. Indianola leading 38-32. Geyer, Blake, 6 on the shot clock. Left side, White. Into the corner, wide open, Belt deep 2. Rims in and out, no good. Blake tips the rebound out of bounds with 7.1 seconds to go. It'll be Warriors ball to try and dig into this 6-point Indianola advantage.
So it's even, Steven, here in the third quarter. It's stayed at 6. If you're the Warriors here, you want to try to get something in this last 7 seconds.
Birmingham pulls up for 3, knocks it down. Bailey Birmingham. A punctuation mark at the end of quarter number 3 and pulls Norwalk back within 3, 38-35. We got a good one at Indianola High School. Back after this inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on KNIA Indianola Activities.
Wall Power Sports in Indianola is your local Honda, Polaris, and Yamaha dealer. Excited to help you experience the fun and adventure that a quality ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side can bring to your life. Van Wall offers the best in new and pre-owned rides. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts departments are ready to offer outstanding service at every point, from assisting with your choice to ongoing maintenance and customization. Stop by Tuesday through Saturday at 301 South Jefferson Way or visit them online at vanwallpowersports.com.
Has your roof seen better days? When storms or age affect the integrity of your roof, call the trusted team at Wolf Roofing, a central Iowa community with 30 years of experience. Highly trained professionals will inspect your roof thoroughly, offer you a no-pressure sales approach, and are committed to a one-day, get-it-done approach for 90% of residential roofing projects. Wolf Roofing knows your home is one of your greatest investments. Let them take care of it for you. Call 515-225-8866 or go online at wolfroofing.net. Wolf Roofing, local, experienced, trusted.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. Good fourth quarter expected. Indianola leading 38-35. He's Mike Effner. I'm Andrew Swadner. Belt. The Geyer drives it inside, puts up a shot. It's up no good, but a foul is going to be called just 8 seconds into the fourth, leading to Indianola's first free throw since the first quarter. And Mike, Birmingham's 3 kept it from being a stagnant third, but I think a big one for the Warriors to get it back within a possession.
Oh, huge shot there. Just for some momentum. Those shots at the end of quarters are huge, end of halves.
Geyer has had a fantastic night, a career best so far for her, in my opinion. Hits free throw number 1. She's up to 14 points.
Yeah, impressive drive there to draw that foul. Just put her head down and went to the hoop.
Not too much of that from Indianola, and I'm going to have to award that tonight's drive to the basket presented by Keller's Garage. Make sure your vehicle is ready for those long drives ahead, and remember to simply take it to Keller's. Interior shot is going to be deflected and well defended by Blake. Indianola gets the rebound, and now they're out on the move. White kicks it off. Belt open for 3. Knocks it down. Zoe Belt has had trouble finding the range. and it's a 5-0 run for Indianola to start the fourth. They lead 43-35. Birmingham drives inside, goes into the lane, left-handed layup is up, no good. Indianola interior defense, and now a foul drawn on the rebound. Not the way Coach Sigrist drew it up to start this fourth.
No, you think you got a little momentum coming out of the third quarter into the fourth on the three-pointer, and Indianola comes smoking right out of the gate.
Belt with a triple, Geyer with 2 made free throws, and then good interior defense to not foul Birmingham. That's, to me, the biggest thing. Force a difficult shot without fouling. Again, way easier said than done. Trap coming. Belt gets it over the top into the hands of Blake. Indianola with multiple people open, but can't find anybody. Now cross-court pass over to Geyer. 22 on the shot clock. 7:07 and counting on the game clock. Bishop up top to Belt through her hands. Retains possession. Gets it over into the hands of White. Back up top, Belt.
Norwalk's back in man-to-man now.
Belt dribbling left, tries to get it back door, down low. Geyer going to hit the deck and travel. Yep, just good defense from Norwalk that entire time. Again, I think if I'm Coach Sigrist, I got to gamble with man. I know Indianola's been hitting some outside shots and being with a height advantage sometimes, but I think I got to gamble on the ball-to-ball defense.
Yeah, maybe force a few more turnovers that way. They did force them with the zone as well.
Pass gets into Carlson. She's going to drive to the hoop and be fouled. See if it's on the floor. Thought it might be shooting, but...
Yeah, I did too. So with still 6:44 to go, I think another point of emphasis for Norwalk will be to attack the basket. Don't settle for threes right now.
Yeah, you can't turn this into a three-point game. Pass gets over. Well, you can if you're that wide open, but a long-range three is up, no good for Dooland, and a long rebound picked up by White and Indianola. Geyer trying to avoid this trap. Blake, nice pass, goes over to Geyer. Kind of backdoor in the backcourt. Geyer double teamed. Now gets it over. Tries to get it down low to Blake from Grover. Now into the corner. White. She's open for three. Too strong off the back of the rim. That was Bishop, excuse me. And Indianola misses the three. Norwalk with the rebound. Birmingham nearly loses the ball. Geyer all over it. Lots of contact. No whistle. But Norwalk retains possession. Pass into the corner. Three-pointer off the mark. No good. Long rebound picked up for the Warriors. Putback shot is up and in. And Brown again.
Yeah.
6 points, I think, all on rebounds and putbacks.
She's got a knack for finding that basketball down there off a missed shot.
Blake loses the ball, finds Geyer. Geyer, pull-up jumper. Maybe had Grover down low, but couldn't find her. And a missed shot leads to a Warriors rebound, and here they come back on offense. Dooland, three-pointer, off the mark, no good, and it goes over the backboard and out of bounds. Indianola leading 43-37, 5:42 left to go in the ball game, and we're going to see Geyer most likely get her last rest of the night as Kluver comes on.
Dooland's got a couple threes on the night. Clark, I believe, one. Birmingham, maybe about two. But other than that, the percentage has not been very good.
Indianola breaks the press, but Kluver has it knocked away from behind. Will remain with Indianola. So one way to get it in your half of the court is have the other team basically punt it down. But a dangerous spot to throw it in here now for Indianola. Quickly gets it back out into the hands of Kluver. 5:33 to go in the ball game. Indianola leading 43-37. Kluver picks up her dribble. Gets it. Grover, cross-court pass. Blake open for three. That one's off the mark. And Brown with a rebound.
6 rebounds now for Pearl Brown.
Birmingham pulls up for three at the top of the key, and the bank is open on Friday night for Bailey Birmingham. And it's back to a three-point game, 43-40. Kluver tries to get it down the floor. They turn it over. Nice defense there by the Warriors. That was Carlson. And now quickly back down the floor. Clark looking for Birmingham. Can't find her. Nearly 5-second call, but it gets over. Brown, three-pointer. Dooland again. Rims in and out. And White with a rebound for Indianola. She's double-teamed. Someone has to come back and help. And a foul is going to be called on the Warriors.
Ooh.
Coach Sigrist again thinks he has a jump ball. That's on Clark, her third.
It was getting close to maybe a 5 call, close to Indianola having to call a timeout, close to a jump ball, ends up being a foul.
Belt and Geyer come back on, and not a very long rest for those two. And against this Warriors press, I think Coach Jansen's just kind of saying, hey, we're going to have to tough it out here. We need our 2 best ball handlers to try and break this press as Belt dribbles left. Picks up her dribble. Nearly loses it, has it knocked away, and now it's going to be turned over. Great job inside. That's by Dooland, who goes right back to Birmingham. Layup up and in. Warriors get a nice 2 on the press, and that's going to lead to a McCoy True Value timeout called by Coach Jeff Jansen, and we'll give that the Warriors raise the roof moment of the game, presented by Wolf Roofing. It was 8. It's now 1, 43-42, Indianola Norwalk here late, quarter number 4. Raise the roof moment of the game, presented by Wolf Roofing. Wolf Roofing online at wolfroofing.net. Local, experienced, trusted.
Zoe Belt there just kind of trapped near midcourt, lost the handle on it. Doolin chases it down in front of the sideline, and having the wherewithal there to lead the pass and know that Bailey would be cutting towards the basket, led her for the layup.
Yeah, you're not throwing it to Birmingham. You're throwing it to where Birmingham is going to be cutting, and that was just a beautiful job defensively. And I think Coach Jansen, again, good timeout called here. The press, I think, was starting to get to him. And yes, Norwalk was really starting to ramp up the defensive pressure. So I think Coach Jansen's going to put, I think, more guards in the front court, try and keep Norwalk away from being able to trap, is my guess.
I think the Warriors know the path to winning this game for them is defense tonight. The shots aren't falling, so they're going to ramp up. They've already ramped up that defensive energy. We'll look for that to continue here in this last 4:28.
Final coming in, PCM defeats Perry 48-21. Belt passes it into Geyer. Geyer picks up her dribble, goes over to Belt, right wing, Indianola now with numbers. Belt drives in, gets it back over to Geyer, 4:20 to go in the ball game, and Indianola sets up their offense in half court. 4:15 to go, Geyer picks up her dribble, gets it over to Blake. Blake dribbles left, picks up her dribble, goes up top, Geyer. Fakes left, goes right, now pulls it back out, 12 on the shot clock. Geyer over to Blake. Finds Grover at the elbow. Shot clock down to 5. Blake has her shot blocked. Indianola wasn't looking for it, and it's going to be picked up by the Warriors, who can get their first lead since early on in the first quarter. Birmingham pull up 3. Off the mark, no good. Grover fights for the rebound, but no, she does come up with it. And a jump ball is going to be forced by Norwalk. Great hustle. And that's going to give an extra possession to the Warriors with 3:45 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, Carlson's always got her nose in there, never gives up on a play, and able to force the tie up that time. And like you said, gets Norwalk the ball back.
Brown quickly gets it out. Now goes over. Gets it back into the corner. Picks up her dribble, finds Birmingham backdoor, goes into the lane, tries a scoop shot off the rim. Seemed like it had no chance to go down, and now a foul is going to be called on the rebound. Indianola grabs it. I think Blake has it, and that'll be the 4th foul on Norwalk.
Yeah, Blake grabbing her 5th rebound of the night. That time the foul call, so 1 away from shooting free throws, 2 shots the rest of the way.
Belt has to get it in. I was going to say that has to be a 5-second call, and Indianola just a split second away. I think just the guards at half court and the forwards need to run forward and give some extra options, and Indianola turns it over.
21 turnovers now on the Indians. That number's starting to get a little higher than they'd like it.
Pass quickly deflected, nearly stolen away, but the Warriors retained possession. Trying to get it in off, or trying to throw it off of Geyer was Birmingham, but somehow it's into the hands of Norwalk. Clark has it, dribbles left, pull-up jumper, doesn't hit anything. Carlson right there, however, gets it over Brown. Layup is up, no good, but another rebound coming down. Blake comes up with it. Her pass is deflected. Brown right there, and another jump ball is going to be called. This time it's towards Indianola with 3:12 left to go. Feels like we've been on this half of the court for the last minute and a half.
We've been here a lot in the last, actually for most of the quarter.
Indianola leading 43-42. They have 5 points in the 4th, but it is a 7-0 Norwalk run after Indianola led 43-35 in the opening seconds of the 4th. They have gone about 4 minutes scoreless here. Belt gets it up to Blake. She's going to find Geyer on the cut. Geyer over the top for Grover, who was open, but she overthrows him out of bounds, and with 3:08 left to go in the ball game, it's Norwalk ball with another chance to take the lead.
I like the thought there, looking to get it to Grover. In hindsight, she'd probably pull that up and pull it back out, but it was a good thought. They did have numbers.
Pass into the corner, 3-pointer for the lead for the Warriors. That one's strong, but a long rebound, nearly ripped away by Belt, but a foul is going to be called. And Carlson there, I think she maybe got dinged.
And Zoe Belt, who tried to knock it away from behind, can't believe the call there. Her 4th foul.
I think she's staying in the game. unless maybe we get a substitution here, but it will be Norwalk ball. I wonder if there was blood on the court. Yeah. So let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. 3 minutes to go. Indianola nursing a 1-point lead, 43-42. Indianola 2 team fouls here in the fourth. Norwalk with 4. And multiple players on the Warriors with 3. Braylon Clark with 3. And Ava Carlson with 2. I think Peyton Travis with 3. And then Zoe Belt with 4. There's probably some I missed in there somewhere. But either way, Mike, this has been an incredibly competitive game. And if you're Indianola, you feel good about the situation you're in. But I think if you're Norwalk, you're pretty comfortable with this as well, knowing that you have not shot the ball well and you're still within possession of getting the lead back.
Yeah, their defense keeping them in it. You go all the way back to the beginning of this game. Norwalk scored the first 7 points. Indianola responded with a 16-2 run, and they've been playing with that lead generally between about 1 and 8 points for the last 3 quarters or so.
And it's been 3-point shooting that has basically buoyed them out in front, but unfortunately for Indianola, they just haven't gotten any shots off. It feels like for the last 4 minutes or so, when they do get the ball down, they are turning it over. They have not even gotten very many shots in the latter half of this fourth quarter at least.
Yeah, Warriors went back to that man-to-man defense, got a little more active, pushed things out a little bit more, amped up the pressure, and they're getting some turnovers on the full court and the half court.
Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio Update, Pellis 69, Newton 44. That one is final.
And Carlson back in there. They were putting the gauze up the nose there. They got the bleeding stopped, evidently.
Pearl Brown set to pass it in. Pass gets over. That's into the hands of Doolin for 3. It's up, no good. Rebound tipped off into the hands of Blake. Gets it over to White. White quickly down the floor. Grover, layup up and in, and Indianola runs the floor. Wolf Roofing raised the roof moment of the game. A basket when Indianola desperately needs one. Maddie Grover with the 2, and it's 45-42.
Excellent attack there off Blake's rebound. Grover ran the floor well.
Birmingham drives in, left-handed floater is up, no good, but another offensive rebound, but a foul is going to be called on Indianola. Now, Mike, here's the thing. Indianola says they went straight up. Now, there's a difference between going straight up and then having just a little bit over, and I think, again, I know Indianola fans might not want to see it. We don't have the benefit of replay. I think this is the correct call, and I think Norwalk deserving at the free throw line.
It's very subtle, the difference between being straight up and not being straight up.
And I think there was just a little bit of the tent over. 45-43, first free throw good, second free throw good.
That's 8 rebounds now on the night for Ava Carlson, leading the team. Pearl Brown second with 6.
Over the top pass, White breaks the press, tries down low for Grover. Was it tipped by the Warriors?
It was,
but then again by Grover, I think. And Indianola turns it over, 2:22 left to go in the ball game. 45-44, Indianola leads by 1.
Warriors have had ample opportunities to retake the lead here in this quarter. Haven't been able to do it yet. Can somebody knock down a big shot?
Clark gets it over. Brown back to Clark. Drives inside. Indianola swarming on defense, not allowing Birmingham to get it, and that's going to be a McCoy True Value timeout called. 2:06 remaining in the fourth quarter, and this is as fun as it gets in this Warren County rivalry. We've seen many times these two teams in this gym go back and forth, and this game no different. It feels like it's been very back and forth, but it's kind of like you mentioned, between 8 and 1. Indianola's had the lead since that big run in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever given it back. Maybe it was tied on one occasion.
I think it was only 1.
Yeah. So, I mean, got to give them a lot of credit here.
Not
only for the three-pointers they've been knocking down, but for their defense tonight.
Well, especially coming off of a Wednesday night performance, losing to Oskaloosa. I wasn't here for it, but I watched it, and I kind of texted with some coaches, and they did not like their performance that night on this very floor. And I think they wanted to come out here and make a statement at the very least. Win or lose, you got to feel like this Indianola team turn some heads tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's obvious the Indianola coaches got their girls' attention between Wednesday and Friday here. And I think it may go back to the first time these two teams played. They showed they could play with Norwalk. They had to maybe draw on that confidence a little bit for tonight as well.
If I'm Coach Sigrist, I'm just going to give the ball to Birmingham. Again, I know easier said than done. She's been face-up guarded all night long as Brown looks to get the pass in and does so into the hands of Clark. Back to Brown. They try to get it to Birmingham. Geyer right there. Maybe loses the ball and trying to get it double teamed and finally gets it over. Now right side into the hands of Clark. Clark. Birmingham open for three in the lead. Rims in and out. Blake with the rebound. Triple teamed. Indianola has numbers if they want it. Geyer drives inside. Layup is up and does not fall. Grover with a rebound, however, kicks it back out, and Indianola will reset with 33 on the shot clock. Blake takes a huge knock, not going to get the call. White inside Grover, and a foul is going to be called, and this is free throws coming up for Maddie Grover with 1:29 to go.
I think they got Ava Carlson on that one. Is that her third or her fourth?
It would
just
be
her third.
Just her third. She picked up two early and then has done a great job of avoiding that third. But Maddie Grover with the two biggest free throws of her freshman career right now.
She's played a whale of a game so far tonight.
Hits the first. 9 off the bench for the freshman Maddie Grover.
Didn't shoot that one like a freshman.
Much improved since the beginning of the season as well, I think, with the confidence of playing at the varsity level.
Yeah, a pretty high ceiling for a lot of these Indianola freshmen.
Short on the second, and it's a 2-point game, 46-44, a minute 25 to go. Birmingham pulls up for three again. She's been so close, but it's off the mark, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Grover grabs it. Gets it over to the hands of White. White over to Blake. Indianola wide open down the floor is Geyer. Straight to the hoop, layup is up and in. Count the bucket and a foul! Another Wolf Roofing raised the roof moment of the game. Alexa Geyer, the hoop and the harm, and a chance to go up 5 with 1:13 to go.
So it's been transition that's been the big key here for Indianola down the stretch. They've struggled to score in the half court, but now a couple of times scoring on the fast break.
1:13 to go. Geyer makes the free throw. 5-point game, still plenty of time for Norwalk. 49-44 Indianola. Birmingham has been close on these step-back threes, but can't get them to go down. Now crosses over, and Geyer's going to commit the foul on the reach-in, and she knows that not a bad one. But now you're out of fouls to give. Geyer, just her first, I believe, yes.
Yeah, first foul and her fourth on the team. That was a good, smart foul.
Birmingham dribbles left. White switches onto her. Pass gets into the corner. Indianola switches on the double, and White gets it. Now they have numbers in the open court. If I'm Indianola, I hold up here, and Bryn Bishop, the wise senior move, does so and gets it to Geyer under a minute to go. Will Norwalk foul? They're down 2 possessions. Pass deflected, nearly stolen away. Bishop gets it, cross-court pass, nearly stolen away, but Geyer has it, gets it over to Blake. 15 on the shot clock. Indianola trying to get as much time off as possible.
Now you got to play it out.
Dribbling out, and a foul is going to be called, and now it's kind of worst-case scenario. You took that much time off, and you fouled.
Yep. Yeah, I think once it got down under 15, maybe you had to play out the possession defensively, but then again, you'd be down to 25 if you did.
Yeah, but I think looking back, hindsight 2020, if you're going to foul, you just got to do it right away. So I don't think the foul was the call, but aggressive defense in Indianola with 34.9 seconds to go leads 49-44. And Mike, I know it's such a cliche of game of inches, but how many Birmingham threes have rimmed in and out when it was a 1-point game, and Indianola gets a couple free throws in the end, one to go down, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point game here at Indianola High School.
I thought when Norwalk made the 7-0 run, cut it to 1 with a lot of time left, I thought, well, this is maybe the time they're going to get over that hump. They've yet to do it. Give Indianola the credit. And there's been a lot of game of inches, too, in that there's been near turnovers out there, but they found a way to keep possession.
Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio Update. Pella Christian 63, Grandview Christian 37. That one is final. Our game is, again, really the only one that's been within 20 points.
Yeah, it's been a great game. Indianola in control, not in control, but in the lead since about midway through the first quarter, and looking to hang on.
If you're Coach Sigrist here, what do you do? Because to me, very few comebacks are without a three-pointer in this situation when you're down 5 and the other team has free throws. But the other team knows that you can't just force up a bad 3, so a good 2, well, maybe not the most optimal shot. You need 3-pointers eventually, but you'll take an easy 2 if you can get it.
I think it kind of depends on what Geyer does at the free throw line here. If she would happen to miss them both, I think maybe you attack for a quick layup. If she hits them both, it's a 7-point game. Then I think you got to look for a 3 pretty quick.
I wonder, Birmingham maybe needs to get something bandaged up here. And we're just going to have another quick delay. So let's go over finals from around the area. You're listening to Indianola and Norwalk girls basketball on AM 1320 FM 94.3 KNIA Knoxville, Indianola. Pella defeats Newton 69-44. Pella Christian over Grandview Christian 63-37. And at the end of the third, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 47, Knoxville 17. I wonder what the holdup is here, Mike.
Yeah, they're putting a bandage on Bailey Birmingham, it looks like, over in the corner, and Indianola's kind of wondering, okay,
well,
how long do they get?
I was going to say, generally you have to take a timeout in order for that to happen. I don't think that's necessarily, some sort of case, but she looks to be back out onto the court.
Now she comes back out and nobody else is there because everybody else huddled back together. She's like, let's play ball.
I'm ready. Where is everybody? So, shot clock off. Geyer at the free throw line to try and make it a 3-possession game. Makes the first.
What a game for Alexa Geyer tonight.
Going to tally up the points. 19. Make it 20 for Alexa Geyer, and she makes it a 7-point game, 51-44. The mantra for Indianola is no fouls. 33 seconds. Birmingham, deep three is up. Knocks it down, nothing but net. And the press is back on. Geyer has it fouled quickly with 25.6 seconds to go in the ball game. And you'll take that trade.
If you're Bailey, you're like, okay, where was that earlier when we were down 1? And it would roll off the rim, but I guess you just don't hit the rim. Nothing but net on that one, so keeps them in the game.
25.6 seconds. Geyer makes another one. Ice cold at the free throw line. Geyer is 6 of 6. Indianola is 9 of 10 at the line.
She's going to match her number here. Nope.
And misses the second one. 52-47, still a 2-possession game. Birmingham dribbles left, another step back three. Maybe Indianola gets a piece of it, but she hits the triple for Birmingham, and it's a 2-point game. Blink and you'll miss it. 16.6 seconds to go.
That was shades of Caitlin Clark a little bit there with the step back. Those last 2 threes, very impressive. That one, all net.
I even thought Indianola got a piece of that one, but apparently just missed. And Birmingham coming to life, 11 points in this fourth quarter, just 5 in the third. It felt like Indianola was really keeping an eye on her, and she's just she's step back threes. These are NBA range, some of them. I mean, this is insane from Birmingham.
Yeah, she's taking it on her shoulders now to try to bring them back. It might be a little too late, but then again, if you're a steal here or a missed free throw away from one more of those threes, tying things up.
16.6 seconds to go. Indianola had a 7-point lead about 20 seconds ago in game time. Here's the timeout situation. Norwalk has none remaining. Indianola still with 2, both teams in the double bonus. Of course, there is no more 1-and-1s, but that's where we're at in terms of fouls.
And that could be huge. If it comes down to Norwalk makes a late shot, Indianola can hold the ball for about 4 or 5 seconds without having inbound it.
I'm assuming Coach Jansen definitely talked about that as well. If it's under 5 seconds,
it's
or
over.
even just toss it down the floor, Yeah. Press is on. No turnovers for Indianola. Norwalk trying to get an easy 2. Belt.
Baseball
chucks
pass.
It down the floor. Wide open Geyer. She's going to touch it. Clock does not run until she touches it. And Indianola's going to look for an intentional foul, and they're going to get it. I don't think it was an intentional, but obviously trying for the foul, and Geyer gets pushed over, and that, for Norwalk fans, is a tough one. Just 1 second off the clock.
Real tough.
But that is going to be an intentional foul.
I think, first of all, great call by Indianola out of the huddle to throw the baseball pass down the court for Geyer. Second of all, I think the momentum of Clark kind of led into that being a collision over there. I don't think that was an intentional or a flagrant foul. I just think it was kind of a hard foul.
It was a hard foul, and I think the arms extended the referee right there. I would not have called it like that.
Right.
Let's put it that way. But
it happened right in front of the Indianola bench. Coach Jansen was all over it. He made the call first, and then they called it. But it's a tough situation to be in.
Geyer at the free throw line hits, and that is a big one. That takes any potential win for Norwalk off the table if they can get the ball back.
Yeah, the thing is, they've got to get the ball back.
Can she make the second one, make it a 2-possession game? Misses. So Indianola should have it here, correct?
Yeah, Indianola should have the ball at half court.
And they'll have another foul coming. And Coach Jansen's going to call his second to last McCoy True Value timeout, 15.5 seconds to go. So again, here's the situation for those listening on the radio. Indianola underneath Norwalk's basket, length of the floor to go. Belt throws it, football pass down the floor into the hands of Alexa Geyer, who runs over into the corner right in front of Indianola's bench, catches the ball. The momentum from Braylon Clark knocks her over. They call an intentional foul, 2 free throws, and the ball.
Yeah, we're a long ways away from it. From here, I mean, Clark had her back to us when she made the foul. From here, it didn't look like there was anything malicious about it.
Well, let's make that very clear. It was an intentional foul called. There was nothing unsportsmanlike about it at the very least.
Right.
Just running over, trying to get a foul. I think the arms extended on Geyer trying to get the foul call is maybe what kind of the catalyst was.
I'm not going to say you're not going to see that call, because you're going to see it plenty of times. It's kind of a bang-bang 50-50
Unfortunate
call.
for Norwalk, it's in a very crucial situation.
Right.
If it happened in the second quarter, you're probably like, okay, I can see it. So, but I can't say Indianola fans probably wouldn't feel the opposite if it went that way.
Exactly.
Belt to pass it in. Gets it over in the hands of Geyer, immediately fouled. Nice job by Norwalk. Since Norwalk has hit coming out of the three-pointer, 16.6 seconds on the clock. It was a 2-point game. Just 2 seconds have come off. And if Indianola misses some free throws here, you're playing the foul game exactly what you want to, but Geyer makes it after it rattles around on the rim. Roll. And using home court gym from Alexa Geyer to make it a 4-point game.
5 for 7 down the stretch here is Alexa Geyer at the line.
Makes them both.
That should probably, well, won't say it'll do it yet.
9 of 11 all in the fourth quarter for Alexa Geyer. Birmingham puts up a 3, maybe deflected. Norwalk fans want a foul. They're not going to get one, and it's out of bounds off of Norwalk with 7.3 seconds to go in the ball game. Indianola leading 55-50. And Coach Jansen, can't take him with you, is going to call his final McCoy True Value timeouts.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it was that time that got the hand, I think, on the shot. Bailey was looking to try to draw the foul there, and they got a hand on the ball and turned into a loose ball situation there, so good defense, Indians.
I will say both teams have done a fantastic job tonight. I don't want to say acting, but
selling?
Embellishing.
Yeah, selling the call.
And I think Indianola, as any time a Norwalk player, I've just noticed it more. Anytime a Norwalk player goes up and looks for a foul, you see the Indianola players with their hands straight up, look right at the ref as if looking for confirmation that they were going straight up on the whistle. So it's been really fun to see. The battle between Alexa Geyer and Bailey Birmingham, they account in this fourth quarter for a lot of points themselves. But for Indianola, Geyer has scored all but 6 in the fourth quarter. Birmingham has scored all but 4 in the fourth quarter for both these teams.
Yep, give the credit to those two players. Definitely candidates for our players of the game.
Belt quickly up into the hands of, no, it's going to be tipped away. Goes Birmingham straight to the hoop. Layup is up. No good, but a blocking foul is going to be called. Not the worst news for Indianola, but 4.2 seconds to go. Clock is stopped for Norwalk, and there's still life of a turnover and a quick 3 to force overtime, assuming Birmingham can make them both. This is our first free throws of the fourth quarter, too.
Another 50-50 call down there.
And misses. Crucial.
Now you got to miss this one on purpose?
Yep. Yeah, I think you absolutely have to, unless you're going to try and play for a 4-point play. And she makes it. 55-51, 4.2 seconds remaining. Belt turns it over, but no, it's going to be back towards Indianola. Clock running with 1 second to go, and a whistle will be blown, and that will do it for the ball game. And Indianola upsets number 8 Norwalk, 55-51. A barn burner at Indianola High School in the Warren County rivalry, right? And the game does not disappoint. Post-game coverage coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube.
Parker Signs and Graphics is a renowned signage solutions provider in the Midwest with over 30 years of experience. They use the most cutting-edge processes to deliver top-quality products, starting from design conception and ending with fabrication. When faced with complex challenges that other sign makers can't handle, Parker Signs is the go-to choice. For all your signage needs, call John at 515-962-0330 today. Parker Signs and Graphics is also a proud supporter of Indianola High School Athletics. Go Indians!
There are certain relationships in life that trust is necessary. It's often the foundation of a relationship. At Cron Russell CPA, we believe in the value of trust and relationships, treating every client like a partner. Whether it's taxes or business planning, at Cron Russell CPA, your situation is as unique and as important as you are. Trust Matt, Don, and Angela to work with you through all of your tax and accounting needs. Schedule an appointment today to see what we can do for you. 641-842-5821. At Cron Russell CPA, you see numbers, we see opportunities.
Holland Farms winter stay offer has been extended. Place your deposit on a winter stay before February 29th. Stay for 3 months and receive the 4th month of base rent free. So if you're worried about being on your own this winter or worried about someone you love, gain peace of mind with a winter stay at Holland Farms Senior Living in Norwalk. The stay is temporary, but you or your loved one will benefit from everything that Holland Farms' gorgeous community has to offer. To learn more, call Jamie at 515-981-1888 or visit hollandfarmsliving.com. TRM Disposal provides residential and commercial trash collection for Indianola, Milo, Lacona, most of Warren County, and parts of eastern Madison County. They also offer recycling service for commercial clients and temporary rental of dumpsters and roll-offs. TRM Disposal prides themselves on being a local, female-owned company and making customer service their #1 priority by treating everybody as their neighbor. For more information or to begin service, call 515-962-20mdisposal.com.
What's holding you back from living your best life? If it's poor credit or no credit, Community First Credit Union has the solution for you. With our new Charge Up Credit Builder program, we make it possible for you to establish or rebuild your credit so you can achieve your dreams, whether it's owning a home, purchasing a vehicle, or something else. So, what do you say? Why not let Community First Credit Union help you charge up your credit to new heights? Subject to approval and program qualifications, equal housing opportunity, federally insured by the NCUA.
Attention job seekers. Cementech in Indianola is now hiring for various positions. Join their team and enjoy competitive pay and amazing perks. Say goodbye to medical insurance deductions because they offer free medical insurance premiums. No payroll deductions. Cementech is also 100% employee owned, which means you'll receive annual stock grants to grow your retirement savings. They also award annual educational scholarships to the children of employees. Visit them today at cementech.com/careers and be part of the Cementech family in Indianola.
Post-game coverage live on 94.3 KNIA. Indianola upsets number 8 in Class 4A Norwalk, 55-51. He's Mike Effner. I'm Andrew Swadner. And Mike, I know you're the Norwalk guy, but maybe the best I've seen Indianola play all season, and it came right when they needed it, losing to Oskaloosa on Wednesday. Norwalk was really looking for a win to try and get a home regional, and Indianola pulled out the victory.
Yeah, definitely a tip of the cap to Indianola tonight, especially coming off that loss to Oskaloosa to bounce back the way they did. And they took the early punch, getting down 7-0 right off the bat. I mean, that'd be enough to jar a lot of teams, but they respond with a 16-2 run, never gave up the lead the rest of the night, knocked down three-pointers consistently throughout the ball game, got defensive stops. And we talked about rebounding being pretty key. I think they held their own on the boards as well. Just a lot of good things tonight from Indianola, and Alexa Geyer, the freshman, in the middle of it all.
Freshman for Indianola tonight, 33 points combined. Maddie Grover and Alexa Geyer, absolutely massive. Bailey Birmingham was Bailey Birmingham, 35 points, including in that fourth quarter, 12 points to try and keep Norwalk in it. It was an 8-point lead. It was a 7-point lead with about, I think, 50 seconds remaining on that and one from Alexa Geyer, and Birmingham hit all these shots to make it, most coaches don't even have a play up for down 7, less than a minute to go, and Birmingham just kind of keeps Norwalk in it. Unfortunately, just quite not enough tonight.
Yeah, they just said, Bailey, go do your thing down the stretch. He hits a couple of those big threes. They can bring you back in a hurry from the three-point line, but Indianola makes just enough free throws. Geyer, a great job. I lost track of how many she shot down the stretch, but she made definitely enough of them. And then, of course, the intentional foul, flagrant foul call there was pretty big, too, to give Indianola that extra possession and another point or two.
Indianola 12 of 15 at the line. Norwalk didn't have a bad night at the free throw line. Alexa Geyer was 9 of 11 So the rest of the team was 3 of 4 for Indianola. All of those for Alexa Guy are coming in the fourth quarter. Absolutely clutch from the freshman. She's my DeArmond Ford Radio Key player of the game, not just for her work offensively, but breaking the press as point guard and then defending Birmingham a lot down the floor.
Yeah, for sure. She was doing a lot of the face guarding against Birmingham, expending a lot of energy on that end of the floor, and then taking care of the ball as well, and then scoring. She had her fingerprints all over this one.
Norwalk 12 of 18 from the line. My DeArmond Ford Radio Key play of the game, I think, has to be that Alexa Geyer and one in transition. It felt like Norwalk had all this momentum. Indianola gets a big three from Zoe Belt to go up 5. Norwalk misses a shot. Indianola comes down in transition and gets the and one to go down. And it made it a 7-point game at the time, and it was just an absolutely clutch layup.
A couple of big transition hoops there in the fourth quarter to kind of get him going again after Norwalk had cut it down to 1. So, you know, probably not known for their fast break, being a fast break team, especially in a game against a team maybe where you want to slow it down a little bit. But those were maybe about 5 big points off those 2 buckets.
And again, we're in the Kading Properties radio postgame show. Kading Properties offers maintenance-free, pet-friendly,
easy for you to say,
friendly townhome leasing that actually feels like home. See what's available in Indianola and Knoxville at kadingproperties.com. So that's my DeArmond Ford Radio Key play and player of the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Greg Young Chevrolet Radio Key play and player of the game has to be Bailey Birmingham, right?
Yep. 35 points on the night. Let's see, by my math, that's 132 in the last 4 games.
Absolutely insane.
Just finding a way to get it done. She had to tonight. Nobody was really hit from the outside for Norwalk, and including herself at times, but she still found a way to score 35 with those big shots down the stretch.
And again, key play has to be those 2 threes. It was a 7-point game. Birmingham 3, Indianola miss, Birmingham 3, or Indianola made one of 2 from the free throw line. And again, blink an eye, 7-point lead is 2.
The second one was the most impressive of the 2. Well defended there on the left wing, and just shield the ball with her left hand, step back, nothing but net.
Absolutely. That's been our Greg Young Chevrolet Radio Key play and player of the game. Let Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk go the extra mile for you with award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always your community care. Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk. Any final thoughts before we wrap things up here, Mike?
Huge win for Indianola tonight. Really tough loss for Norwalk, because unless they can come back next week and knock off DCG, they're probably going to take a little hit in the rankings, and they wanted to stay in that top 8. So a big loss for them, but all the credit to Indianola. They played them tough the first time. Tonight they were even better.
And the thing is, for Norwalk, you're going to play a lot of games here down the stretch after all those got canceled. So you still have DCG, you still have Ames, you still have Ankeny, you still have Dowling, you still have ADM, and that's not even counting in conference where they still have Pella, Newton, and Oskaloosa to go to through the second time
I think
around.
those are the boys' games,
the
Ankenys and the Dowlings.
Oh, okay, got it. Those are board games. Yeah.
Yep.
Nope, you're correct.
They've got Oskaloosa twice, they got Newton again, and they got Pella at home.
Yeah, no, yep, you're correct. Sorry. Definitely thought that was my girls' schedule.
Yeah, but still a difficult stretch coming up, but not quite as difficult as that one.
No. All right, well, so that wraps up post-game coverage in the Kading Properties radio post-game show. Kading Properties offers maintenance-free, pet-friendly townhome leasing that actually feels like home. See what's available in Indianola and Knoxville at kadingproperties.com. Boys coverage coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube.
Van Wall Power Sports in Indianola is your local Honda, Polaris, and Yamaha dealer. Excited to help you experience the fun and adventure that a quality ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side can bring to your life. Van Wall offers the best in new and pre-owned rides. Their friendly and knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts departments are ready to offer outstanding service at every point, from assisting with your choice to ongoing maintenance and customization. Stop by Tuesday through Saturday at 301 South Jefferson Way or visit them online at vanwallpowersports.com.
Stop by McCoy True Value Hardware in Indianola and prepare yourself for January cold, snow, and ice. McCoy has a wide selection of snow shovels and ice melt on hand, featuring organic, pet-safe options. January bargains of the month include Soleil portable ceramic space heaters for $19.99, Filtrete allergen defense furnace filters for just $9.99, and $3 off on Blue Def 2.5-gallon diesel exhaust fluid. Shop these bargains and many more at McCoy True Value Hardware. Service with heart.
Chronic soreness, recent fall, nagging pain from a summer injury? Look no further than Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Whether your pain is old or new, Capital Orthopedics gives you the care you deserve when you need it most. And you don't have to go far. They're right down the road at Indianola Specialty Clinic. Call 515-440-2676 or request an appointment online today. For specialists who want to get you back in the game as quickly as possible, the choice is Capital.
Let's face it, accidents happen, especially during winter in Iowa. Don't let it get you down. If you get in an accident this winter, visit the auto body experts at Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. They'll work with your insurance company to get your vehicle repaired quickly and back on the road. Details Plus also sells high-quality WeatherTech products to help protect your vehicle year-round. Check out their selection of mud flaps, floor liners, mats, seat protectors, storage systems, and much more. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola.
Welcome to pregame coverage live on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. He's Mike Effner. I'm Andrew Swadner. Indianola and Norwalk boys basketball is on the air at Indianola High School and online at Indianola Activities YouTube. And Mike, Norwalk again getting the better of Indianola in the first matchup. And Norwalk's been on a pretty good run. They've only dropped games this season to Ballard and Valley. They are undefeated in Little Hawkeye Conference play, and with a win tonight would maintain their standings atop the conference.
Yeah, definitely a great year. They played the first 5 games or so without senior Aiden Harder, so Reddick Bourne had to carry a lot of the load, and a lot of other guys stepped up during that time. Guys like Tim Korselman, who's starting for the first time this year, did a great job. Mason Johnson during that time as well. Cameron Thomas, he was a returning guy for him, and Grady Sigrist. Both of those guys have stepped up their game as well. Then they got Harder back in the mix, and just over time here, they've really gotten tougher. And a gutsy win the other night at Newton. Looked like they were in control of that game early. Then they got down 9 points in the fourth quarter and found a way to come back with defense to win that game.
And a week ago, defeating Pella Christian in DCG, the main competition atop the Little Hawkeye Conference, and that win, again, huge for the Warriors, and really just that second run-through of DCG, I think the biggest threat for them. But as we've seen, this gym seems to be a tough place to play. Last time these two teams have played, I believe it was Norwalk, however, that got the better of Indianola on the road last year and stopped Indianola's undefeated run through the conference, and Indianola looking to return the favor.
Yeah, that was a big win for Norwalk, part of about a 15-game winning streak on their way to the state tournament last year. They lost in early January and didn't lose again until March. This year, they lost some key guys off that team, but and Indianola has really rebuilt. They've had to totally rebuild from that team, so definitely a different matchup tonight. Norwalk had the upper hand the first time around, but as you mentioned, there can be the Warren County rivalry can have an effect on games.
Well, let's jump into our D. Armand Ford radio keys to the game for Indianola. And my number one is, again, I didn't get a chance to see on Wednesday. They picked up their first win of the season over Oskaloosa. But when I looked back on it, I went and watched it just to kind of see what the recipe was for success, and it was being front runners. And Indianola just had confidence, and that's not something that's an easy find for a team that hadn't won a game, that was seeing a bunch of players play their first varsity minutes of the season at the beginning, just bringing back one guy who'd seen any varsity time at all, and they played with confidence. And that's a taller ask to do tonight against Norwalk, but I think playing with confidence and not being intimidated is going to be my first and only key for Indianola.
I mean, that's really going to be something to watch. How do they respond coming off that big win, their first win? It is a tough opponent, but they're definitely going to have a lot more confidence than if they had lost on Wednesday.
And that's our D. Armand Ford radio keys to the game. You'll enjoy doing business with D. Armand Ford and DArmandFord.com. Our Greg Young Chevrolet radio keys to the game for the Warriors.
Well, I think they're going to want to come out and take care of business tonight, not let Indianola hang around. They want to take away that belief early on. Newton got that belief the other night, and they got hot late in the first quarter, especially in the second quarter, and really that carried them all the way into the fourth quarter, that confidence. They want to take away Indianola's confidence early tonight, get a stranglehold on the game.
All right, that's our Greg Young Chevrolet radio keys to the game. Let Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk go the extra mile for you with award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always here community care. Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk. Tonight's game time temperature is presented by Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. 34 degrees out, and you know what? It's still rainy, and we still have a dense fog advisory for those traveling tomorrow morning, lasting until 10 a.m. So just extra care for those out on the roads tonight and tomorrow morning. We've had some bad fog over the last several days or so. That's tonight's game time temperature presented by Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, just south of Milo. So no matter what the temperature is outside, Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing provides the best propane, HVAC, and plumbing installation, maintenance, and repair services in central Iowa. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Cementech. Take it away, Mr. Mike Effner.
Well, for the Norwalk Warriors, first of all, number 0, Reddick Bourne, the senior, 6'3", leads off the starters. 19 points a game, 5.2 rebounds, and 4 assists. Number 1, Cameron Thomas, a 6'1" junior, 8 points a game, 4.3 rebounds. Then you got number 5, Timothy Korselman, a first-year starter out there, 6'3" junior, 7.2 points a game, 2.9 rebounds. He had a couple big three-pointers in that comeback win the other night. And number 12, Grady Sigrist, 6'4" junior, 7.3 points a game, 3.6 rebounds, 3.5 assists. And then rounding it out, number 32, Aiden Harder, the other senior starter, 6'3", just shy of 14 points a game, 4.5 rebounds.
All right, your starters for Indianola. Been pretty much the same starting lineup over the past new year or so, but it will be the freshman number 5, Hayden Schulte. Sophomore number 12, Asher Brick. Schulte coming in his freshman season averaging 6 points per contest. Brick coming on a sophomore averaging 3.8 points per game. Number 15, the junior captain, at 8.5 points per game, Andrew DeWall. Freshman number 24 at 6'4", averaging 8.7 points per game, has overtaken Indianola at the scoring lead. And then finally, number 34, a junior, Derek Wilmot, 6'7", 8.4 points per game. Tonight's starting lineups presented by Cementech. Are you looking to own your future? Cementech is 100% employee-owned and offers a comprehensive benefits package. To view current first and second shift openings, go to Cementech.com. I'm excited to see the rebound battle. These are two very athletic teams with plenty of those 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" guys out there on the floor pretty much at all times. And to me, just like the girls, it's going to be whoever wants it can go out and get it.
Yeah, what is it about Indianola and Norwalk? Not a lot of height on any of the girls or boys teams, so you just see a lot of athleticism out there. That'll be fun to watch.
And we'll see Wilmot, who's 6'7", again, probably the biggest advantage, one player, and he's been great at finishing inside for Indianola as the season has been gone on. And the tip is up, and it's won by Wilmot. We're inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth.
Should have mentioned there was one exception in Charlie Wilmot.
Well, Charlie Wilmot last year, Derek Wilmot this year.
Excuse me.
Wilmot gets it inside, but it's knocked away by Norwalk, and Grady Sigrist thought it went off of Wilmot. Don't worry, we've made that mistake multiple times up here. So you're certainly not the first and won't be the last.
Even Rick?
Even Rick Wilson has made that. McGraw gets the inbounds pass into the corner for Brick. They try to go down low for Wilmot. DeWall has it top of the key. Defended by Bourne over to Brick. Brick drives inside. Nice look down low to Wilmot. Out to McGraw. Shot fake. Well recovered by Norwalk. McGraw drives inside. Loses it, but Schulte right there for the floater, and it's up and in. Aiden Schulte puts Indianola up 2-0.
Dribbles it off the foot. Goes right to his teammate. There's an assist.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky.
Yes.
Dribbling left side for Norwalk. Cam Thomas goes up top into the hands of Korselman. Korselman swings it around. Thomas looking inside for Bourne. Bourne going to be defended by McGraw. This is senior guarded by a freshman. And Bourne, I think, with a lot of craftiness, his shot is up and maybe blocked, but a lot of contact as well. And that'll send Reddick Bourne to the free throw line for 2 shots.
They exposed that matchup early on. That's going to be a tough assignment for McGraw. I was really impressed with him the first time around at Norwalk, especially the things he can do offensively. You can tell there's a future there with him, but a tough assignment there trying to guard Reddick Bourne.
And Bourne makes the first free throw. Bourne averaging 19 points per game, and again led Norwalk to the state tournament last year. And has had some great games in this gym. Misses the second, however. Brick tracks down the rebound. Indianola leading 2-1. 7:04 to go, quarter number 1. Brick over to McGraw, left wing. Wilmot Gets it out on the wing, not on the block, and now sets a screen for DeWall. They try to go down to Wilmot, but it's well read by Norwalk, and quickly getting the steal is going to be Harder. Harder, right side, Bourne, deep 2 is up and hits.
Lost track of Bourne there, deep 2. You can't do that. Can't
And
give him that open of a
Indianola,
look.
they've tried that kind of bounce pass to Wilmot, and teams have really started to key in on that on the pick and roll. They've got to find more creative ways to get Wilmot the ball. DeWall drives inside Brick, kicks it over Wilmot. He tries to go up with it, and a foul is going to be called from the back referee. The front referee did not whistle. It was the one behind everything, and I know coaches just hate that when the back referee makes the call. Not shooting, however.
Cameron Thomas trying to reach around there and then knock it away, and he did, but gets called for a little bit of a body.
So it will be Brick trying to pass it in here. Gets it into Schulte into the corner. Brick up top. Well defended, nearly travels as McGraw gets it on the right wing. Now over, swings it around Schulte, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Norwalk as the pass was tipped out. Norwalk with their patented long arms and pressure defense. Going to make life miserable tonight for Indianola. Brick has to get into the backcourt for DeWall, defended by Bourne. DeWall had a big night in the win Wednesday over Oski. He's going to have a big one tonight. Schulte tries an entry pass, but it's just well defended by Aiden Harder, defending Derek Wilmot. And Norwalk leading 3-2, 6:07 to go. Quarter number 1 has the lead and the ball.
Good read there by Harder, coming from behind to make that steal.
Thomas has it out on the wing. Defended by Wilmot, now swings it left. Back up top, Harder, shot fake, defended by McGraw. They switch off of Bourne this time, drives inside, puts up a floater up and in. Aiden Harder, the secondary scorer on this Norwalk squad, but certainly can ball and hoop it in, and it's 5-2 Norwalk.
Well, that's hardly fair. They start you out on Reddick Bourne, and okay, now you can guard Aiden, the next best player, Aiden Harder.
McGraw drives inside, puts it up to Wilmot. Shot is up, floater's no good, but a foul is going to be called on the Warriors, and that will put Andrew DeWall at the free throw line for 2 shots. 5:37 to go, quarter number 1. You're listening to Indianola Norwalk basketball on AM 1320, FM 94.3, KNIA, Knoxville, Indianola.
Yeah, not a lot of contact there on that shot, but DeWall's rewarded with the trip to the free throw line.
Misses the first, and as we know, with this rivalry and the proximity of these two schools, the fans are always going to travel well as DeWall comes up empty on his 2 shots at the free throw line, and it's still 5-2 Norwalk. Harder pulls up, deep 3 is up and hits.
That's a good sign for Aiden Harder.
With the triple, and it's 8-2, an 8-0 run for Norwalk. 5:22 and counting to go, quarter number 1. Well, Schulte drives inside, tries to get it over to Brick, nearly walked, but it gets it out to Brick, and Indianola has to reset McGraw at the top of the key, 20 on the shot clock. DeWall looking for Wilmot, gets it to him, but again, not on the block crucially. Now Schulte has it, and a foul is going to be called on Harder. That's already the 3rd on Norwalk in this first quarter with 5:05 to go.
Yeah, calling it kind of close here early on. Harder reaching for the steal there, gets another touch foul.
George Blake, who's led the team in scoring a lot over the last, well, really this month of January, comes on the floor for Asher Brick. And will come on for Indianola looking for offense. 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Indianola trailing 8-2. Back up top, McGraw. He'll catch and shoot 3. Rims around, does not fall. And Bourne with a rebound. Here come the Warriors trying to continue their 8-0 run. Bourne drives inside, defended by DeWall. Blake comes in to try and swat it away. Good defense from DeWall, but it doesn't matter. Bourne just turns it around and puts it in. It's 10 in a row for Norwalk, and a McCoy True Value timeout called. 4:42 left to go in the first.
Well, we saw this in the girls' game. Norwalk out to the hot start. It was 7-0 in that one. This time 10-2.
Indianola hoping for the same outcome after this McCoy True Value timeout, where they went on a 16-2 run.
We'll find out early on here if we're going to see a similar run. That'd be a little tougher hill to climb for Indianola boys in that regard.
Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. 4:42 left to go in quarter number 1. Norwalk 10, Indianola 2. Norwalk 3 team fouls, Indianola 1. Indianola now down to 4 McCoy True Value timeouts. Norwalk with their full complement of 5. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. So whether it's a sudden injury, a chronic issue, or a nagging pain you want to walk in and be seen for, the choice is Capital. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com. Blake just pulls up for 3, hand in his face, knocks it down. George Blake with the triple, and Indianola really needs that. Stops a double-digit nothing run by Norwalk.
It's a tough shot there, man, right on him, and confidently just takes the the right wing three and knocks it down.
Thomas, Sigrist, now right wing for the Warriors. And foul is going to be called away from the ball. I guess I didn't see it, Mike. Do you know what that was?
I didn't see it either. It had to be some kind of a moving screen.
I would imagine, yeah, just maybe, I don't know, 3 seconds or what, because no foul came up on the scoreboard.
So it must have been a 3-second call.
4:05 to go, quarter number one. Indianola trails 10-5. Blake gets it, picks up his dribble, now goes back over to Wilmot. Wilmot looks to hand it off to DeWall. Well defended by Bourne. Wilmot has to get rid of it. Finally, he does to Blake. Shot fake, gets his man to jump, but can't take advantage. Now Schulte drives inside. Turnaround floater is up off the rim, no good. Wilmot tries to grab it off of Harder, but no, Harder's going to grab it. Now Norwalk's on the move. 3:45 to go in the first. Harder, Bourne, wide open for three. Knocks it down. Bourne's got 8 already in the quarter, and it's Norwalk 13, Indianola 5.
Yeah, you leave Reddick Bourne that wide open, it's almost automatic.
That's twice they've not found him in transition, and he's gotten easy buckets from deep. McGraw has it, goes over Schulte. Schulte, cross-court pass into the corner for McGraw. Back up to Wall. 15 on the shot clock, 3:18 on the first quarter clock. Blake has it left wing. 5-second clock is running. Blake dribbles right side, goes into the lane, tries to get it down, has it ripped away, and Norwalk grabs it quickly down the floor. It's going to be Sigrist towards the hoop, layup up and in, and the Warriors have taken full control. It is a 15-5 lead over Indianola, a 15-3 overall run, and now another steal coming up. Corselman down the floor, layup is up and in, and another McCoy True Value timeout coming. A 17-3 run for Norwalk in this first quarter.
Yeah, you could see that timeout coming. Not one, but two back-to-back steals of passes at half court leading to layups. So it's one thing to turn it over, another thing if you give up layups, and that's 4 turnovers now at least on the Indians.
And not just, like you mentioned, turnovers, but where they happen. If it's on an entry pass and your team has a chance to get back, it's fine. I mean, no coach would say it's fine, but those things happen, or a missed shot or something, but you're turning it over near half court. It's a layup line for the last couple minutes for Norwalk.
Yeah, there's no defense against those when you give up the ball right there.
So coming out of the McCoy True Value timeout, Norwalk already with a massive 17-5 lead. A full McCoy True Value timeout called by Indianola. They have just 3 remaining. And again, Indianola picked up their first win of the season Wednesday, but Norwalk in search of a Little Hawkeye Conference championship and trying to do what Indianola could not do last year and go through the season undefeated in conference play.
It's going to be tough. They got a rematch game with Dallas Center Grimes coming up next week. They'll have another game with Pella that's been postponed a couple times, but both of those are at home, so you know it's on their side. They've already taken care of Pella Christian twice, and that's no easy feat.
All right, so it's Indianola ball into the corner. Schulte for 3. That's off the mark, no good. Harder with a rebound, and here comes Norwalk on a 17-3 run. Sigrist, Bourne gets ahead of steam, straight to the hoop. That one's going to be tough to stop, but he misses the layup. Luckily for Indianola, Brick on the rebound, and Indianola has numbers. Norwalk does a nice job hustling back. Brick picks up his dribble, goes to Blake, catch and shoot 3 from the right wing. That one's off the mark, off the front of the rim, and Sigrist tracks down the rebound. 2:17 to go in the first. Nice look down low, straight up, layup is up and in for Cam Thomas. Credit Bourne with the assist.
Yeah, Cam Thomas does a lot of the little things for this Norwalk team, and he's able to come up with the inside layup there.
McGraw picks up his dribble, goes to Schulte. Schulte top of the key, now swings it around Brick. Brick dribbles right, goes baseline, goes back out. No, tries to get it out, but it's picked up by Harder, or tapped out of bounds.
Yeah, Norwalk continues to get in those passing lanes, getting tips and steals.
McGraw gets it over Blake. Backdoor layup is up, does not fall, and a great look for Indianola. They can't finish, and now here comes Norwalk in transition. Goes right over. Bourne to Thomas. Layup up and in. Count the bucket and a foul, and it's all Norwalk. 21-5. 1:41 to go in the first.
Yeah, Warriors getting out in transition. We've seen Reddick Bourne knock down 3s on the fast break. Now he's distributing. Finds Cam Thomas for the 2nd time in a row. An Indianola victory the other night probably got the attention just a little bit of Norwalk. Free throw is good, 22-5.
I think the Norwalk boys also saw what happened to the girls after Indianola got off to that start and just kind of said, let's not allow this to happen as Schulte drives inside. Great look straight to the hoop. Hayden Schulte for two, and Indianola tries to climb back in it, but it's a long road ahead. They trail 22-7 here with 1:20 to go in the first quarter.
That was a very nice drive off the dribble there for Schulte, able to finish that time.
Harder dribbling around left side, picks up his dribble, finally gets it out nearly, but it goes to Pelzer. Pelzer gets back out in the hands of Larson. Larson, Pelzer, back to Larson, top of the key for three, knocks it down. That's Harder. Aiden Harder with 8. And Norwalk up 25-7 already. 3 triples in the first quarter for Norwalk.
Yeah, Norwalk doing everything right out there right now, especially offensively.
Schulte drives inside, tries to get 2 in a row. This one's off the rim, no good. Harder with a rebound. Harder hesitated, thought about it, but now it's going to be stolen away by Schulte, who's coming up behind him. And Schulte with a heads-up play. 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Blake has it, right wing, goes into the lane, tries to bully his way. Turn around, hook shot is off the front of the rim, no. Brick with a rebound, tries to get it out of bounds, but it goes back into the hands of Larson, and it will be Norwalk ball, shot clock off, leading 25-7, 16 seconds to go in the quarter. Bourne's gonna hold for the final shot. Defended by McGraw. 10 seconds. Bourne gets a screen from Larson, dribbles right, double teamed, still dribbles around everybody, back at the 3-point line, 3 seconds to go. Double teamed, and Indianola is gonna get whistled for a late foul.
They did everything right there in that possession. They flashed the double team late on Bourne. He's just able to find a way to draw a foul.
And it will be 3 free throws as well on McGraw as well, his second.
Oh, that's a tough break if you're Indianola, because they did a great job of defending right up into that last second.
Until Bourne brought the ball down low, and you reach down low for it, you're going to get whistled. I mean, that's just how it happens. You have to stay up high. You have to force his arms to go into yours as Bourne makes them both. He must have been across the 3-point line there, Mike, as Indianola gets a shot off just off the front of the rim for Schulte.
Yeah, because it was only the 3rd foul, so it wasn't a bonus situation.
So that wraps up quarter number 1. Norwalk 27, Indianola 7. Back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth after this on KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube.
Payne and Milo fills your tank, but they can also take care of all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is a locally owned and family-run business, and they strive to provide the safest and most efficient equipment that you can find. If you call on Country Propane, you can be sure you're doing business with the best. For all your propane, HVAC, and plumbing installation, maintenance, and repair services, call Country Propane Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing at 641-942-6320.
Looking for an internet provider that prioritizes convenience? Look no further than IMU Fiber. Our local and community-focused approach means faster support wait times, quicker response time for service issues, and a commitment to hometown values. Our state-of-the-art fiber network platform ensures unmatched reliability, resulting in fewer service slowdowns and interruptions. And the best part? No contracts, no data caps, and no fine print. Just great service from people you know and trust. Experience the IMU Fiber difference in Indianola today.
We're inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube. It is all Norwalk to start off this contest. They lead Indianola 27-7, and the ball gets down low to Bourne for the first possession of quarter number 2. Bourne trying to back down DeWall. Turnaround jumper is going to be up in the lane, short, fighting for the rebound. Boy, Thomas coming up with it in the land of the trees, and Thomas gets it, puts it back up and in. He's got 7 already, and massive height disadvantage for Cam Thomas, but he still gets it and gets the 2.
Giving up 6 inches there, 6'1", but he's so good at that.
Blake dribbles it inside, kicks it over to Schulte. Oh, that's Jack Bingaman, Bingaman. Blake, now to Brick, right wing. Brick drives inside over to Blake. Tries a step back, shot clock down to 10. Brick drives inside, puts up a floater, blocks on his left-handed floater attempt, and it's picked up by the Warriors. Korselman has it and gets it over to Sigrist.
Yeah, Sigrist leads the team in block shots. He's grown about 4 inches since last season.
It looks like it, I'll be honest. He looks very tall. And Bourne drives inside, misses a layup. Indianola catching a couple of breaks already in this quarter. Can they try and take advantage offensively? Sigrist nearly gets another one as DeWall just barrels his way to the hoop. And he's going to be fouled, and DeWall heads back to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Yeah, he looked like running the quarterback sweep there, just barreling through down the left side of the lane, drawing the contact.
That's the second on Bourne as he picks up the foul. Well represented to my left by Simpson College. Assistant football coach Brad Green is here. Also off-the-cuff weather guy. Don't know if you follow off-the-cuff weather guy in Indianola.
I have not.
Royalty over there. And then head softball coach Brent Mathias.
So they've got their own little
it's
nest up here.
Simpson corner off to my left over here. Duval misses the first, makes the second. He's 1 of 4 at the line, and it's 29-8 Norwalk. 6:47 to go, quarter number 2. Bourne has it, defended by Duval. Gets it up top, Thomas, swings it around Sigrist. Looking for Korselman, can't find him, well defended by Bingaman. Now gets it over into the hands of Thomas. Thomas, shot fake, goes right at Wilmot, now swings it back out into the hands of Bourne. Bourne nearly loses it, nearly gets Duval to go. Crossover, step back jumper up and in pretty from Reddick. Bourne, and that's tough to stop when he gets an angle like that.
First, the ankle breaker causes Duval to foul. You got to finish it when you do that, and he does.
I think it's in basketball rules, subsection 7, paragraph B. You absolutely have to finish when you get that.
When you get your defender to fall down, yeah.
Blake for 3. It's off the mark, no good after the handoff from Schulte. And Norwalk leading 31-8, under 6 minutes to go before halftime. Sigrist pulls up for 3, hits. Grady Sigrist with the triple, and the junior with 5 points. And another McCoy True Value timeout called, and Norwalk in full control. And you know what? We're just going to go ahead and do it.
Sure.
You hit nothing but net after getting a block on one end a couple possessions ago, and then you pull up for a 3 to make it 34-8. And it's 34-8. Norwalk, our Raise the Roof moment of the game, presented by Wolf Roofing. WolfRoofing.net. Wolf Roofing, local, experienced, trusted.
So Norwalk girls coach Joe Sigrist, a tough loss for his team tonight, but it's got to feel good watching your son come out and play like that after a tough loss for your team.
All right, so Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio updates coming in. Lots of finals in girls contests. Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont over Knoxville 62-28, and Pella Christian 63, Grandview Christian 37. And then in boys at the end of the first, Newton 16, Pella 8. Pella and Newton, I think, going to be fighting for some of those top spots, and Newton really starting to come on strong.
Yeah.
Defeated Indianola, looked really good, gave Norwalk a scare all the way through the end, and now have doubled up Pella. And now actually coming in, they lead Pella at half 29-25, so that one a little bit closer for the Cardinals and the Dutch.
That's at Pella.
That's at Pella. Newton 29, Pella 25. That's our Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio updates.
I was certainly impressed with Newton the other night. They got some nice players on that team that can really shoot it.
5:40 to go. Indianola nearly turns it over coming out of the McCoy True Value timeout, but Blake tracks it down. Now gets it over to Wilmot, to Bingaman. Bingaman, pull-up jumper at the free throw line. It's off the mark, no good. Bourne skies for the rebound, and here comes the Warriors leading 34-8. Bourne in transition. Double team, but it's over to Sigrist. He quickly gets it down low. Nice turnaround shot is up, no good. That's Luke Brewer, and Indianola catches a break.
Brewer, the freshman tight end, just about maybe his 3rd or 4th game with a varsity jersey.
Blake dribbles it inside, loses his footing, and what could he be a travel doesn't get called, but either way he throws it away, and Bourne with a behind-the-back move. Indianola trying to dive for it. Bourne quickly down the floor. A pretty look inside. And Harder with a nice 2. Bourne, I think, probably had 5 or 6 assists at this point, too.
For sure. And another basket off a turnover.
36-8. Norwalk, they lead. 4:47 to go. Schulte drives inside, just trying to get something to go, but Sigrist with another swat, and Schulte takes another spill. Norwalk with numbers. Sigrist wide open for 3. Off the mark, no good, but an offensive rebound picked up by Brewer. And a foul is going to be called. I think they catch Norwalk for something. Was it Brewer swinging the arms a little bit, or?
They got the call on Brewer, yeah. Well, Sigrist looking to raise the roof again there with the block, and that time it would have been back-to-back blocking 3, but a little bit off the mark.
Indianola ball coming down the floor. Again, trailing Norwalk 36-8. McGraw gets it over to the hands of Blake. Blake back up top, McGraw. Swings it back around. Bingaman tries a crossover. Well defended by Bourne, who's all over it, but he gets it over to Blake. Blake tries to dribble left, defended by Harder. Now over Bingaman. McGraw into the corner. Bingaman tries to drive baseline, but again, Bourne all over it. Back up to Easton McGraw. 5 on the shot clock. Blake's going to have to make something happen here. 2 seconds. Blake tries a crossover, has to put up a shot at the buzzer, and he does so, and he hits.
Pretty.
Deep 2 for George Blake. He's got 5 off the bench to lead Indianola.
And that's a shot there I don't think he would have made back in December when it was, as a freshman that time. Just kept his composure, dribbled just inside the top of the key, and a sweet stroke there with the left hand.
And that's a big thing for Blake, too, is confidence. He is one of on this Indianola team that really looks for his shot, and for a team that struggles to score sometimes, you really need that. Bourne drives inside, turnaround jumper in the lane. Pretty again from Bourne. Just gets everybody to overcommit, plants his foot, turn around, easy jumper, squares up is the most important thing, and hits the 2, and it's 38-10 Norwalk. Blake, shot fake, goes into the lane, has some confidence to drive, but it's altered. I think Harder maybe got a piece of it, and Brewer with the rebound. Here comes Harder. Pull up for 3. Off the mark, no good, but a long rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Brewer again. Looked like he pushed Wilmot in the back on that one. And that will be 3 fouls on Norwalk here in the second quarter. Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. 3:07 to go, quarter number 2. Norwalk 38, Indianola 10. Norwalk 3 fouls, Indianola none. Norwalk with their full complement of McCoy True Value timeouts. Indianola down to just 2. Well, and what do you do if you're Coach Ebling? I mean, yeah, you got to try and stop some of these Norwalk runs. Brick has it right wing, up top, Wilmot. Now goes Schulte. Schulte dribbles right. Nice feed down low. Wilmot layup up and in. Count the bucket and a foul.
It's the first time they've really gotten Wilmot the ball in a position to do something with it, and faces up the defender, draws the contact, and finishes strong.
So Wilmot with his first points. And again, talking with Coach Ebling has been, teams know that Indianola likes to run the pick and roll. As Wilmot misses the free throw, it's 38-12. And they are really starting to over-key on Wilmot on the roll. And the next step for Indianola and kind of developing at the varsity level is whoever's guy leaves has to swing up and go make a play, as a layup is missed by Norwalk. And the rebound into the hands of Indianola. McGraw thought about it, now gets it back over Brick. Up top, Wilmot. McGraw has it, down low, Wilmot. Goes into the lane, loses the ball. Harder tries to grab it, and Wilmot through his legs. Might force a jump ball here, and he does. Possession arrow towards Indianola, but great defense on the Warriors side. Aiden Harder just pretty crafty, I think, went through the legs from Wilmot to just try and rip it away.
Yeah, big, strong kid, Aiden Harder, and Norwalk just so honed in defensively tonight. I think that game at Newton the other night got the coach to say, hey, we hang our hats on defense, and we got to get after it tonight, and they are.
38-12, Warriors with a lead. Blake inside the lane, turnaround shot from the left hand is up, no good. Good rebound into the hands of Jack Larson. Quickly up the floor, quickly for Norwalk. Gets it back to Sigrist. Sigrist dribbles right, goes into the lane, goes right at Schulte, who joins the Indianola theater department and draws the charge.
Yep, sold that one very well. That's all we'll say.
It's going to be on Sigrist, his first.
He got there. He got his feet set.
Yeah, I mean, a 50-50 call, but
Yep.
Schulte with the acting job to help it sell. Schulte, nice job, hands it off. Blake drives into the lane. Goes over. Schulte, deep 3, trying to make one on the defensive end and the offensive end, but can't quite find the distance, and Larson with the rebounds. I think what I've been most impressed by with Norwalk, and you see it a lot at the college level here, Mike, is whoever gets the rebound just kind of goes up the floor with it.
Yep,
And
the point forward.
Yep, it doesn't quite matter. Now, do you want that in press situations all the time? Not necessarily, but if you're just looking to press the ball, that's such a key advantage. Cross-court pass, three-pointer, Larson hits. Jack Larson, the junior, with the triple, and it's 41-12. Norwalk, 1:18 to go before halftime.
Good to see if you're Jack Larson. He's a guy that played a lot more minutes early in the season. Since Aiden Harder's come back, his minutes have diminished. Now getting a chance tonight and knocks down that 3.
Deep 3 from McGraw is going to be awry, and it's going to be rebounded by Sigrist. Sigrist bring the ball down the floor. Three-pointer. That's from Tillman Papkin. I hope I say that one right.
Yep, you got it.
And three-pointer from Larson again. It's off the mark, no good. And Wilmot with a rebound. Warriors with a couple of good looks there, and they're in full control, leading 41-12. 50 seconds to go before halftime. Schulte to Blake, right wing. Finds McGraw. Swings it back around Schulte. Dribbles baseline. Nice look down low for Wilmot, but it's tipped up by Norwalk. But Blake gets it into the corner. McGraw wide open for three. Knocks it down. Easton McGraw with the triple.
Nice decision by Blake there. He could have taken the 15-foot pull-up from the elbow, but knew his teammate had a better shot, found him in the corner.
Pass up a good one for a great one. I think shows development from Indianola as well. 20 seconds to go. Norwalk going to be holding it for the final shot of half number one. Senior Day festivities coming up for Indianola girls basketball, so we'll talk with head coach Jeff Jansen after this contest. So we'll have regular halftime coverage. As Papkin gets it over, quick three-pointer. Larson off the mark, no good. McGraw with a rebound. 2 seconds to go. Quickly pass down low. Schulte shot at the buzzer is up and in. Count the bucket. And Hayden Schulte with 6 first-half points, and we're just going to go ahead and do it.
Might as well.
Might as well. Wolf Roofing raised the roof moment of the game. Indianola trails at halftime, however, 41-17, but that's our Wolf Roofing raise the roof moment of the game. Wolf Roofing online at wolfroofing.net. Local, experienced, trusted. Halftime coverage coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube.
At Harvey's Automotive and Machine in Norwalk, your CarQuest Auto Parts team members are here to ensure you get the right parts the first time. Their stores offer a variety of free services and convenient hours to help make your life easier and your driving experience as smooth as possible. At Harvey's Automotive, customer service is driven by independent owners who are passionate about delivering excellence in everything they do. Harvey's Automotive is also a proud supporter of Norwalk High School athletics, and they would like to wish all the Warrior teams good luck.
Attention Indianola and Knoxville. Ready for maintenance-free living that's affordable? Kading Properties has the perfect solution for you. Our pet-friendly communities are perfect for young professionals, families, and those looking to downsize from a home. Our townhomes offer attached garages and your own front door. The perfect place to call home. Let us show you what Kading living looks like. Visit us at kadingproperties.com today and see why Kading Properties are the perfect fit for you. When it comes to insurance, it seems like the options are never-ending and sometimes confusing. That's why I rely on the experts that have been doing this way before my time. Weinman Insurance in Indianola.
Hi, this is Denise with the Wyman Insurance team in Indianola. Wyman Insurance has been providing protection to customers for over 125 years. We work with companies such as Nationwide. Whether it be personal or business, contact us today for an insurance comparison or visit us at wymaninsurance.com. That's WEINMAN insurance.com.
Accidents can happen every day and to anyone, from first-time drivers to drivers who have spent their life on the road. Don't let an accident ruin your day. Smith's Collision Center in Indianola is prepared to help you whenever an accident may occur and is ready to get you back on the road in no time. If you have been in an accident and need your vehicle repaired, take it to Smith's Collision Center, located at 710 East 2nd Avenue in Indianola, and let Jeff and his crew do it right for you. Smith's Collision Center, a proud supporter of Indianola High School athletics.
Senior night festivities here at Indianola High School. A pair of seniors on Indianola girls basketball being honored. Bryn Bishop and Brianne White. A pair of seniors leading Indianola to a 55-51 upset victory over Norwalk tonight. Norwalk boys, however, in full control. This is the KNIA radio halftime show. Norwalk leading 41-17, and it's been scarily efficient throughout this entire contest for Norwalk. Reddick Bourne already up to, well, let's see, I've got him for 14 points. Cam Thomas with 7, Korselman with 2, Sigrist with 5, Larson with 3, and Aiden Harder with 10 for Indianola. Schulte with 6, Blake with 5, Duval with 1, McGraw with 3, and Wilmot with 2, and it's 41-17. Senior night festivities here at Indianola High School, and of course the two seniors being honored for Indianola on the boys side as well. Jack Bingaman and believe Ben Hoffman, Spencer Hughes being honored here for Indianola. So nice job by them. Really fun night here at Indianola High School despite the score. Love it when these two teams match up at Indianola High School. So it's been really fun, and the Norwalk boys putting on a clinic in this first half, leading 41-17. Scores from around the area, and we've got a lot of them coming in, but We'll get to that in just a little bit. But Newton 29, Pella 25. Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont leading Knoxville 13-12. Pella Christian over Grandview Christian 16-12. And PCM over Perry 54-34. We'll have second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center after this on KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube.
Winter weather got you down? Visit McCoy True Value in Indianola and start your indoor paint projects today. Check out McCoy's new Easy Care Limitless line of interior paint, including 294 guaranteed one-coat designer colors to choose from. Easy Care's Limitless paint is durable and top of the line, perfect for high traffic areas. Limitless paints are stain and water resistant, scuff-proof, and scrubbable, and offer additional protection to potential mold and mildew growth in the home. For all your painting needs, stop by McCoy True Value in Indianola. Service with heart.
Check out the amazingly hot deals at your Indianola Hy-Vee this week. Hy-Vee pasta just 88 cents. Hy-Vee Angus Reserve boneless beef sirloin steak, $5.99 a pound. Honey Crisp apples are just 98 cents a pound. Hy-Vee one-step cereal just $2.88. And Brew Pub Matza Latza micro brew pizza just $3.99 each. These deals and more this week at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
Service you expect from people you trust. People's Bank.
Describe a great business banker. Jared, you go first.
Someone who's a great listener.
I agree, Jared. Kevin, what do you think?
Definitely someone you trust.
Totally. Both are so important. Sometimes you need someone to run the numbers.
And someone who understands the challenges you face as a business owner.
And someone who will get things done without a lot of red tape.
And someone who knows your community.
That sounds just like what we do at People's Bank.
It's exactly what we do.
I guess it makes total sense why we've had the same goal since we opened 25 years ago. Provide service you expect from people you trust.
That's exactly right, Janice. People's Bank has locations in Knoxville, Pleasantville, Lacona, Milo, Indianola, Carlisle, Seymour, and coming soon in 2024, Sheraton. Member FDIC.
At Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk, your satisfaction is their top priority. Their friendly professional team is committed to helping you find the information and assistance you need at every step of the car buying and ownership journey. Combine that with their award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always here community care, you can trust the team at Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk will go the extra mile to ensure you drive away in the new or used vehicle that fits you. Check them out at gychevynorwalk.com or stop by the dealership at 2501 Sunset Drive in Norwalk today.
Hello, high school sports fans. Are you looking for apparel that reflects your school spirit? Visit the Norwalk shop located at 810 Main Street in Norwalk, which is under new ownership and management. They're committed to ensuring you find apparel that meets your needs. At the Norwalk shop, they don't just do high school gear, but also work with small businesses across central Iowa, specializing in projects for their business needs. For more information, visit their Facebook page or call 515-981-0262. The Norwalk shop is open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 11 to 3.
Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola is known for their great create-your-own and specialty pizzas and for their delicious appetizers and extras. With 2 Indianola locations to serve you, one at 1201 North Jefferson Way and one at 2001 West 2nd Avenue, Godfather's is conveniently located for your carry-out order from anywhere in town. Looking to try something new? Order Godfather's Smokin' Barbecue Pizza or try their new Bacon Ranch Cheese Sticks. And don't forget to join their loyalty club and start earning free pizza after your first purchase. Godfather's Pizza Express. Order online at godfathers.com.
Believe it or not, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. If you need some help deciding what to give that special someone this year, Bellflower Florist and Gifts in Norwalk has you covered. Now through January 31st, make your order at Bellflower Florist and Gifts and receive 10% off. And don't forget, they also deliver. Visit bellflowerfloristandgifts.com or stop into their location at 2251 Sunset Drive, Suite C in Norwalk, and let the experts at Bellflower Florist and Gifts make that special day a little extra special by ordering your gift or floral arrangement today.
Back to halftime coverage on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. Second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center. For Norwalk, Coach Pelzer, not much. You're playing a very efficient first half. I don't think they've taken a bad shot. I don't even think they've taken overall too many overly contested shots. That isn't to say Indianola isn't playing tough defense, but I think Norwalk just being, again, very efficient, scoring off of turnovers, hitting the shots they need, and then finding the right guy in transition. And for Indianola, I like the way they've been aggressive driving to the basket, especially from Hayden Schulte and George Blake. You just need more of that because, while this game is a long ways away, 24 points at halftime to a very good Norwalk team that, quite frankly, has a very good case of being left out of the Class 4A rankings right now, even though they deserve to be in my opinion, especially after some early season injuries allowed them to play two very tough teams close without their full roster. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if this Norwalk team makes a return run in the Class 4A state tournament. So if you're Indianola, you're looking to try and finish at the rim against this interior Norwalk defense that is very good, and that's what I want to see is aggressiveness from Indianola. Even if it doesn't end up going in, even if it ends up not looking that great, you just got to go there and kind of limit test a little bit here in this second half. So that's second half adjustments presented by Details Plus Collision Center. Remember, when you need auto body repair, the difference between one shop and the next are the little details. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola. We're about ready to get the second half started here. And Indianola High School, again, Norwalk basketball in full control of this little Hawkeye Conference matchup, 41-17. Senior night festivities wrap up at halftime. The girls being honored, again, Bryn Bishop and Bree White for Indianola. And it'll be Norwalk ball to start quarter number 3. Starters on the floor for Indianola: Schulte, DeWall, McGraw, Brick, and actually Blake on the floor for Indianola. And for Norwalk, it'll be Bourne, Sigrist, Thomas, Harder, and Korselman. Bourne has it left wing. Gets it inside into the hands of Thomas. Thomas dribbles baseline, gets it into the corner. Nice pass over to Sigrist for 3. That one's off the mark, no good. Korselman right there for the putback shot is up and in, and Tim Korselman hits the 2, and it's 43-17 Norwalk. McGraw to answer back, gets it Schulte. Down low, DeWall on the block, loses the ball, but Brick right there, shot fake, drives inside, kicks it into the corner. McGraw for 3, knocks it down. Easton McGraw, he's got 6, and Indianola hits the triple, and it's 43-20. Norwalk again still in full control, but Indianola coming out trying again just to maybe win the third quarter, maybe win the second half, and continue to be aggressive. I'm Andrew Swadner, he's Mike Effner. We're inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. It's Norwalk ball, top of the key, 7 minutes to go in the third. Bourne just gets by everybody, loses the ball, but a late whistle will send Reddick Bourne to the free throw line for 2 shots. Fouls on Brick, his first, team first of this third quarter. And Bourne, who's 3 of 4 at the line. Mike, first quarter, Norwalk shot 4 of 5, no free throws in the second quarter. Indianola just 1 of 5 from the line in the first half. Not a ton of free throws for either team.
Yeah, it was a fast-moving first half and a fast halftime as I barely make it back up here.
Take your time, catch your breath. Bourne makes the first, misses the second.
I was able to talk with Norwalk coach Joe Sigrist there at halftime. They're ready for that Ames game. They're ready to take the floor again.
Yeah, that's generally what happens when you're a team and you kind of feel like you gave one away on the road a little bit. And McGraw back-to-back threes up for Indianola. Back-to-back threes down. McGraw up to 9. 6:40 to go in the third. Cuts it down to 20, and it's 43-23.
And one thing we forgot to talk about as that game went on, Bailey Birmingham did go over the 1,000-point mark tonight.
Oh, well, apologies to Bailey. I knew she was close. Bailey Birmingham, congratulations on your 1,000 career points. And keep in mind, just a junior.
Right. And, yeah, there's might be quite a few games left yet to play here.
Well, if she stays on her current pace, she'll have 1,000 by the end of the month. So, because they play a lot of games. And,
oh, yeah.
You know,
and
not a shooting foul for Norwalk.
Getting real close to 400 on the season, so.
Deep 3 coming in for Harder. It's up no good. Rebound into the hands of McGraw, and here comes Indianola. 6:20 to go, quarter number 3. Schulte drives inside, puts up a floater, does not fall, maybe tipped and turned off by Norwalk. 6:12 to go in the third. Bourne drives inside, turnaround jumper off the backboard and clean from Reddick. Bourne, love the kiss off the glass, and it's 45-23 Warriors, 6 minutes to go in the third. McGraw's pass going to be stolen away. Sigrist down the floor, slams it home. Grady Sigrist, the 6'4 junior, shows off the hops, and he puts down the dunk.
Didn't know he had that in him. 3 blocks in the first half, a couple threes, and now a dunk.
When you grow 12 inches in a year, you get to be able to dunk. Brick, shot fake, drives inside, puts up a floater. That one's short off the front of the rim. Thomas with the rebound. Cam Thomas leading the break, gets it over to Harder, but no, good hustle from DeWall to tip it, but no, Harder comes up with it. Sigrist over, baseline jump ball, Corselman is up, no good. Rebound, good position from Thomas. Norwalk, I think Coach Pelzer wants a over the back, but it's going to be a jump ball forced by Indianola, and it will be Indianola ball length of the floor to go.
Yeah, I thought Thomas had pretty good position under there that time, but they called a jump ball.
47-23, Warriors in full control. Schulte gets it over Blake. Blake dribbles right. Pull-up jumper, deep 2. Elbow jumper, smooth from George Blake.
I've seen the first time I saw these two teams play to now, I've seen a lot of improvement out of Mr. George Blake.
And again, confidence. He's really led the team in scoring probably 4 of their last 5 games. Just a lot of that coming off the bench, too. 4:52 here to go in the third. Norwalk leading 47-25. Harder has it at the free throw line. Defended by Blake, goes into the lane using his size advantage. Just dumps it off down low into the hands of Thomas. Assist to Harder. Thomas with 9, and it's 49-25.
Unselfish play there. A nice spin move. Could have finished it off himself, but found Thomas for the better shot.
McGraw dribbles left, gets it in the hands of Brick. Now back to McGraw, back to DeWalt. DeWalt finds the angle straight to the hoop. Can't finish at the rim, however. Harder with the rebound. And here comes Norwalk. Bourne has it out on the open floor. Bourne trying to break down McGraw. Goes down low. Turnaround shot is up. Blocked by McGraw. Good defense. He doesn't fall for Bourne's tricks that time and gets the block.
Freshman learning fast out there.
Nothing like learning post moves like going up against Reddick Bourne. 4:03 to go in the third quarter. Indianola gets the defensive stop as Blake has it. Top of the key for 3. Off the mark, no good. And Sigrist tracks down the rebound.
Just faded ever so slightly on the shot.
3:50 to go. Quarter number 3. Substitute set to check in for Indianola. As it's into the corner. Now Bourne swings it back up. Corselman. Over. Harder. 3-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Long rebound will be not tracked back in by Cam Thomas. But again, love the hustle coming in from the junior. And 6'1", like you mentioned, Mike, but he feels like he's 6'5".
Right, he plays, I mean, that's the position he plays. You feel like he's 6'5" out there, but no, 6'1", not that big a kid, but just a tough, gritty guy.
Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio update. Pella claws back in front over Newton, 45-43 at the end of the third. 3.5 to go here in the third quarter for us, as Blake has it on near the left wing, gets it over. Schulte into the corner. Bingaman open for 3. He'll take it on senior night, and he knocks it down. Jack Bingaman with the triple off the bench.
Yeah, he'd been kind of quiet, but knocked that one down with a lot of confidence, did Bingaman.
Definitely one of Indianola's top shooters this season, and very clutch as well. We saw against Oskaloosa earlier this season on the road, came up with a couple of clutch threes. Sigrist has it. Bourne on the elbow, again defended by McGraw. Quick look down low. Thomas, layup is up, does not fall. DeWall grabs the rebound. Indianola with another solid defensive possession, trailing 49-28. McGraw gets it over. DeWall fakes the drive, back out McGraw. Quick 3 is up, knocks it down. McGraw up to 12 points on 4 3-pointers, and it's 49-31, and that's going to lead to a McCoy True Value timeout called by the Warriors. 2:36 to go in the third.
Yeah, 14 points in the quarter, knocking down some threes as well, getting a lot of their points from 3-point range, and that wasn't an easy 3, hand in the face. These freshmen are growing up.
Well, and maybe it's easier coming out of halftime. You're down by 24, and it feels like the pressure's off a little bit too, and I think that's a part of it. To me, it feels like Indianola playing a little bit more carefree right now, and that's a big part of it. Norwalk still 8 points in this third quarter. Indianola up to 14. And I mentioned in second half adjustments while you were getting your interview, Mike, is try and win the third quarter for Indianola. And I know that's maybe not necessarily an adjustment. It's more of just kind of a mandate from the coach. But if you can win the third quarter, because Norwalk starters are still going to be playing, if the score ends up what it is, they're probably going to start emptying it out here in the fourth. But if you can win the third, get some confidence, play like you need to play, to me, that's going to be huge for this team long term.
And when you look back, they're going to look back at this game on film, and they're going to, of course, study the first half to see what they need to improve on. But they need to see some good things, too. And looking at this third quarter, they will see that, hey, this is how it's done.
So if I'm Norwalk, again, I said no adjustments. I mean, it's never quite a perfect first half, but it's about as close as you can get both defensively and offensively. And, defensively, they probably have a little bit to work on in this third quarter, giving up too many open shots as a foul is going to be committed as Reddick Bourne dribbles right. Indianola trying to double-team Bourne. Fouls on Bingaman, his first, team third in this second half. As DeWall comes off, Wilmot comes on. But just pretty clean from the Warriors overall.
Certainly nothing to change at halftime. And the only thing, I guess, as a coach you would say is keep the intensity up in the third quarter, because that can be maybe what changes things around.
Bourne double-teamed and throws it away as Schulte gets the steal. 49-31 Indianola back within 18. Cross-court pass to Blake. Blake, top of the key, dribbles it inside. Has Bourne on him, goes back out Schulte. Into the corner, Blake swings it around Bingaman up top. He dribbles left. Spin move into the lane, turnaround shot blocked, but a foul is going to be called. I don't think Cam Thomas liked that call very much. And it will send Jack Bingaman to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Now when you're 6'1", you don't get a lot of block shots, and when you make a play like that, you want it to count.
Bingaman off the bench looking for more points. And hits the first. The lone senior in the rotation on senior night for Indianola. As we see Mason Johnson, the 6-foot junior, onto the floor. Sigris takes a seat. Second free throw from Bingaman is long. Rebound tipped around, picked up by McGraw, and Indianola retains possession. Back out to Bingaman for 3. Off the mark, no good. Wilmot getting another rebound. Schulte drives inside, tries an up and under Euro step, can't finish the layup. Indianola 3 good looks. Rebound, however, off of Bourne and out of bounds. 3 good looks and a chance at a 4th here on this offensive possession.
Indianola fighting hard out there. Bourne thought maybe they had gone over his back there, but they're going to, in a game like this, they're going to let you play in the third quarter, and you got to play through some of it.
Really only, I think, a total of about 6 or 7 fouls in that first half, and now we got another McCoy True Value timeout called by the Warriors here, leading 49-32. So it's down to a 17-point deficit. Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Again, Norwalk 49, Indianola 32. Norwalk 1 foul here in the third, Indianola with 3. Norwalk down to 3 McCoy True Value timeouts. Indianola down to 2. And Indianola with the goal of winning the third quarter. So far, succeeding. But with 1:48 remaining, we know how quick this Norwalk team can turn things around. DeWall over the top, finds McGraw out at the elbow. Swings it around Bingaman, top of the key. Back over, DeWall gets it, and that's going to be an offensive foul called by McGraw. He tried to set it up so DeWall could get it, and it's away from the ball, and the referee right there, and a good call. McGraw picks up his 3rd.
So 1:42 left here in this third quarter. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Does Indianola continue the path of what they've done of chipping away, or will Norwalk be able to make a run? Because it could determine who's going to be on the floor to start the fourth quarter.
Rest for tomorrow at Ames, too, or against Ames, because another big game against the team that went to the state tournament last year in Ames. So Norwalk looking to try and continue to build their resume on the boys' side.
Yeah,
currently left out of the 4A rankings.
They just haven't got a lot of respect so far in those rankings, and a chance tomorrow to earn some of that.
Bourne pull up 3. It's off the mark, no good. Schulte with a rebound. 1:07 to go, quarter number 3.
I'm sure they'd like to have those starters on the bench the last 4 minutes tonight to rest up a little bit.
Schulte drives inside, picks up his dribble, goes out to Bingaman. Bingaman, crossover, nice job at the top of the key, tries to create space, floaters up, no good, rims in and out. And Mason Johnson with a clutch rebound for Norwalk. Well, if you're Bingaman, you're wondering where those home rims went as Bourne pulls up for 3, and you're not going to keep him quiet for long. His first 3 since the first quarter, but he kind of stops a lot of Indianola momentum with that shot.
Right. If you're caught with your hand down for just a second, he's going to pop that 3.
McGraw tries to answer for 3, doesn't hit anything. DeWall saves it inbounds, but it goes right to Bourne. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock off, and the Warriors holding for the final shot. Bourne has it, just crosses half court, 15 seconds to go, quarter number 3. If this is the final shot, Indianola is going to win the quarter.
Somewhere Chris Larson's happy up in the stands. He always loved to have that last shot.
Bourne dribbles right side, 3 seconds to go. Turnaround shot is off balance, but he just puts it in, kisses it off the glass anyway. And Reddick Bourne puts it down, and Norwalk still leads by 22. Life from Indianola. But a lot of work to do. 54-32 Norwalk over Indianola. Back after this on KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube in the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth.
It's the DeArmond Ford 2024 kickoff event. Start the new year off right and a new F-150 XLT with up to $11,000 off MSRP. Plus 3.9% for 66 months. New Explorers with $1,750 rebate plus 1.9% for 66 months. New Edges with 1.9% for 66 months. And new Escapes with 0.9% for 66 months plus $1,000 rebate. Save big during our 2024 kickoff event at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
When it's time to repair or replace your roof, Wolf Roofing is ready to help. Their highly trained and experienced team will walk you through each step of the roofing process. After a thorough inspection, they'll provide you with an honest, free assessment, help you choose the best product for your home and budget, then get your project done in one day. Wolf Roofing knows your home is one of your greatest investments. Let them take care of it for you. Call 515-225-8866 or go online at wolfroofing.net. Wolf Roofing, trusted by Central Iowa homeowners for 30 years.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. Indianola wins quarter number 3, but Norwalk still in full control, leading 54-32. He's Mike Effner. I'm Andrew Swadner. Mike, thoughts after the third quarter and an early foul here? It felt like Indianola got it back down within 17 or so, but the Warriors kind of put the clamps on at the end.
Big answer there. I just want to go back to that last shot by Reddick Bourne. Acing geometry there on that off-balance shot. He squared himself up and just found the perfect angle off the backboard.
22 points for Bourne through the first 3 quarters. Starter still on the floor for at least main rotation players for both teams, as Harder nearly has it knocked away, but it goes right into the hands of Jack Larson, and he throws it away. Will be off of Norwalk out of bounds. Good play by Jack Bingaman. And it's 54-32, 7:38 left to go in the ball game. Quick night tonight, really, both games. Even a close game that had a lot of timeouts in the girls' game ended up being pretty quick.
Yeah, it's been good basketball.
Brick gets it off to Bingaman, to Wilmot. Goes right wing to Walt, goes into the lane, tries a fake up and under, turnaround jumper is up off the rim, no good. Wilmot tracks down the rebound. He hasn't had much of an opportunity, and a foul is going to be called. One might say jump ball, the other one says foul, and they're agreeing on foul on Norwalk.
But on the floor, it appears, so.
Yeah, on Larson, his first. 7:14 to go in the ball game. Bingaman gets the ball into the corner. Up top, Brick. Swings it around. Blake looking for DeWall down low, and a foul's going to be called on the floor again. I think they're going to catch Thomas. He was fighting with DeWall for position down low, and a couple of quick whistles in this first minute of the fourth quarter. 1 on Indianola, 2 on Norwalk, as Thomas picks up his third.
Maybe the officials have decided it's been a quick night. Let's just call it a little closer.
We spoke way too soon, didn't we? Bingaman drives inside, puts up a floater, blocked by Thomas, but he gets it back. There we go. Brick gets it. He tries to drive inside. Left-handed layup is up, no good, and a rebound into the hands of Aiden Harder. Another second-half adjustment I said for Indianola was continue to be aggressive, and they have not shied away from some tough shots in this second half, and I really like that as well. Harder drives inside, quick 3 is up in the corner. That is from Johnson. His 3 is no good, and Indianola comes up with it. Bingaman gets it over. DeWall right wing. 6:37 to go in the ball game. Back over. Bingaman for 3. Knocks it down, and the senior is up to 7 off the bench in the second half, and it's 54-35 Norwalk.
Always good to see seniors have success on senior night, especially when you're one of the only ones.
DeWall defending. Bourne gets it over into the hands. Nice drive inside. Beautiful layup by Johnson, but he can't get it to go. And then a foul is going to be called on the rebound. Already 3 fouls on Norwalk. That one's on Harder, his third. And Norwalk with just 1 more to give. 6:13 left to go in the ball game as substitutes come on for both teams. Blake, Bingaman, McGraw, Schulte, and DeWall on for Indianola. Korselman, Sigrist, Harder, Thomas, and Bourne on for the Warriors.
Yeah, all 5 starters out there for Norwalk. This could be their last maybe little 2-minute stint out there together.
I think by about 4.5 minutes, Coach Pelzer's really looking to try and maybe stretch this lead, keep it back up to 20, and so he can maybe try and get the guys some rest.
As long as the lead stays there, that'll be the case.
Blake drives inside. Beautiful floater on the left-handed drive, and Blake off the bench up to 9, and it's 54-37. Not quite enough for it to be close yet, but probably a little bit too close to start emptying the benches. The drive inside is going to be blocked by Indianola, but way too much contact, and a foul called with 5:36 remaining.
Right, a few nights ago at Newton, Coach Pelzer was upset with himself for taking his starters out or leaving them out a little bit too long. Newton made that big run in the second quarter, so he's going to be a little cautious here.
And, you know, with as little as Norwalk has played in this entire month,
right,
you got to kind of trust that your guys are going to have their legs underneath them.
They literally went 4 weeks without playing.
An entire month, as Thomas misses the free throw. Audric Pelzer, the freshman, set to check in for the shooter. And he hits. Kind of the shooter's dilemma there, Mike. Do you make it and get subbed out of the game, or do you miss and maybe get another couple minutes of playing time?
I think you got to knock him down when you can.
As someone who struggled to get some playing time back in high school, but also struggled to score, I didn't really have that problem because I only shot about 5 free throws. 5.5 to go in the ball game. McGraw, top of the key, has it for Indianola. Drives inside. Good-looking shot, but better defense from Sigrist. Gets a piece of it and grabs the ball. Here come the Warriors. Sigrist out harder. Shot fake, defended by DeWall. Now gets it left side.
I think that's at least 4 blocks now for Sigrist on the night.
Bourne tries to break down McGraw, dribbles baseline, tries it up and under, and boy, finishes at the rim. That's just too tough to defend as Bourne gets his first points of the fourth quarter. 5 minutes to go in the ball game, and Norwalk gets the lead back up to 20. 57-37.
There's really no defending that.
I mean, yeah, he's just going to create space and then use his athleticism to get it underneath. McGraw gets it into the corner for 3. It's up, rims in and out. Would have been his 5th 3 of the night. And it's no good. Harder with the rebound for the Warriors.
7 rebounds now unofficially for Harder. I'm sure he's got more. I've been a little slack here on the rebounding stats in this game.
Sigrist drives inside, and Blake is going to draw an offensive foul. And Grady Sigrist picks up his second, team 4th, and Norwalk now with no more fouls to give. And 4:37 to go in the ball game. Still leading pretty handily, 57-37. But again, Indianola trying to win the second half. They won the third quarter by just 2 points. Now Blake has it on the left wing. Back up top, Schulte open for 3. Off the mark, no good. 4:20 to go in the ball game. And a nice rebound there by Korselman. Gets it over to Bourne. Kicks it into the corner. Pelzer, 3. Hits. Wow, nice job there by Audric Pelzer, the freshman. And gets Norwalk's lead up to 23, 60-37.
Yeah, first bucket of the night for Pelzer, I believe. Good 3-point shooter, just a freshman.
Schulte drives inside, misses the finish, and Bourne skies for the rebound.
Well, we're under 4 minutes. You got to think won't be long now, and they'll be subbing out.
Yep. I think above 20, you feel pretty comfortable with it. Indianola had it down to 17 with the ball. Maybe you can get it down to 12 or so by the end, or by a couple minutes, and kind of force Norwalk to play those guys. But kind of see what coach wants to do here. Shot clock down to 7. Bourne has it out on the wing. He's trying to break down McGraw. Good defense. Shot clock down to 3. Hand in his face. Long range. And he still hits.
So he crosses it over. He loses his balance, falls backwards a little bit, and then saves face by knocking the 3 down.
What do you do? I mean, good defense, Easton McGraw. There's just not much you can do there as Blake drives inside straight to the hoop. He finishes
that was
at
a
the
good
rim.
answer.
And George Blake in double figures. He's up to 11.
I'd say of all the kids that I saw play for Indianola a month ago, George Blake's made the most improvement. He just looks like a different player.
And, I mean, right now for Indianola, leading them in scoring, McGraw with 12, Blake with 11, Schulte with 6, 3 freshmen.
Yeah, the future it's there.
2:47 to go in the ball game. Bourne again trying to break down McGraw just one-on-one, and he finishes again, and McGraw nearly gets a piece of it. 7 in a row for Reddick Bourne. I can't say enough. I know I feel like I'm making excuses, but McGraw I feel like is playing really good defense. Bourne is just that good at finishing.
Yeah, Reddick is on his game tonight for sure.
Blake Over the top, finds Schulte. Schulte into the corner, Bingaman. He drives baseline, tries to create space, goes to Schulte. Schulte drives inside, spin move, awkward shot, puts it up, misses, but a foul is going to be called. And Hayden Schulte heads to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Good job staying with it there. It looked like Pelzer got a hand on the ball, but he stayed with it and drew the contact.
2:20 to go in the ball game, and going to start to see the substitutions come on for both teams.
Yeah, this was a 27-point final the last time around between these two teams. It's getting close to that tonight, but it's taking a little bit more work this time for Norwalk.
Yeah. Duval comes off. Norwalk brings off Bourne and Harder. Schulte makes free throw number 1. Onto the floor for Indianola, Ben Hoffman. Schulte misses the free throw. We'll see if we can get Hoffman some points here on senior night. Pelzer has it. Looking for Drew Lentz, can't find him, gets it over. Sigrist left alone, defended by a much smaller Schulte, trying to back him down. Cross-court pass, Lentz, Pelzer. Shot clock at 13, under 2 minutes to go. Sigrist, Lentz, back over Pelzer, deep 3, hits.
Nice job
boy.
In the air of squaring himself up on that shot.
Patrick Pelzer. What do you do?
Warriors, got outscored there in that third quarter, but a strong finish here in the fourth to now get up by 28.
68-40 and a McCoy True Value timeout called. And again, under 2 minutes to go, Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. 68-40 Norwalk. Norwalk in the bonus. Indianola just 2 team fouls. And both teams, well, Norwalk with 3 timeouts, Indianola with 1. And it's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset as Indianola gets back out onto the floor with 1:49 remaining. And
I think I saw Bentley Bazzoni and Alex Sawyer going to check into the ball game for Norwalk.
Also, I believe
Caleb Foltz has been out there now for a possession or 2.
Tyler Santee, Brody Page also onto the floor for Indianola. Bingaman, Hoffman swings it around. Deep 3 is up. Santee hits.
Oh, wow.
Tyler Santee with the triple. He's a junior who has that range. Not afraid to take those shots with 1:30 to go.
How about these left-handers out here for Indianola?
Smooth.
Why do lefties just look so smooth?
I don't know. It looks so wonky throwing the baseball, but they get the extra movement, and then basketball, it just looks so smooth.
Bazzoni.
3 is up from Bazzoni, and that one's off the top of the backboard after it hits the rim with 1:13 to go. Indianola trails 68-43.
Bazzoni joined us for a Let's Get to Know earlier this season, a very pleasant young man.
All right. Here comes Page. Bingaman. On the block, turnaround shot is up off the back of the rim. No, that's senior Hughes. And under 1 minute to go. Foltz hands it off. Smith for Norwalk over into the corner. Drew Lentz for 3. That's off the mark, no good. And nice job there by Hoffman to jump for it and tabs the rebound over to Page. Bingaman just sets up for 3. He'll take it off the mark, no good. Might as well, but it hits the back, or the shot clock, excuse me. And with 39.8 seconds to go, it'll be Norwalk ball length for the floor to go.
Daniel Roche checks into the game for the Warriors.
So Indianola will most likely get at least one more possession as Lentz has it. Now into the corner, 3-pointer. Gavin Smith hits the triple, and the junior. Norwalk with 4 threes in this fourth quarter. Hoffman drives inside and is fouled, and that will lead to free throws for the senior on senior night.
I believe that was the first points of the year for Gavin Smith.
All right. That was. The junior hits his first bucket. Hoffman looking for points on senior night. Hits. Makes the first, Hoffman for 2. Off the front of the rim. And Norwalk with the ball. 15 seconds to go. Lentz has it into the corner. Another one up here for Norwalk. That's Sawyer, but he misses it. But an offensive rebound picked up by Norwalk. Sawyer gets it, tries a turnaround shot, and that one goes down.
A rainbow from 12 feet.
And that will do it for the ball game. Norwalk wins 73-44 as they stay undefeated in Little Hawkeye Conference play. Indianola Falls on senior night post-game coverage. Coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube.
Winter weather is almost here. Get your vehicle ready for the cold months ahead by taking it to Keller's Garage in Indianola. At Keller's, they'll make sure your heater is performing at its best and the tread on your tires is ready for all types of slippery road conditions. Let Keller's check over your brakes, fluids, wipers, bulbs, and battery before the snow really starts to fly. They're a one-stop shop for all of your automotive repairs and upgrades. Call today at 515-961-3306 and simply take it to Keller's. Elmaya Mexican Restaurant in Norwalk is the perfect place for those family get-togethers, business lunches, dinners, cocktail receptions, private events, or a quick stop after the game. All of their dishes are crafted to have an extraordinary taste unlike any other, and their caring and committed staff will ensure you have a fantastic experience. So make a date and stop into Elmaya Mexican Restaurant, located 2351 Sunset Drive, Suite 105 in Norwalk today, or check them out online at elmayanorwalk.com. Elmaya Mexican Restaurant in Norwalk, proud supporters of Norwalk High School athletics.
Welcome back to the Kading Properties Radio Postgame Show on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola falls to Norwalk 73-44. And let's jump right into very quickly because we are waiting on some interviews. This is the Kading Properties Radio Postgame Show. Kading Properties offers maintenance-free, pet-friendly townhome leasing that actually feels like home. See what's available in Indianola and Knoxville at kadingproperties.com. Our Greg Young Chevrolet Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. And we talked about it, Mike. It was the Grady Sigrist beautiful play for the Warriors.
Yeah, a couple of times tonight he had a block shot on one end and then a three-pointer on the other. And one time it was all in about 10 seconds. Block shot on this end, goes down, knocks down the three. He had a big night as far as block shots, rebounds, and some scoring as well. So he gets our play of the game for Norwalk.
Player of the game, Reddick-born, 29 points for the senior, averages 19 per game. And I think a little deflated because Norwalk's been ahead in a lot of games and hasn't played a lot of games. So definitely has the ability, and he's our Greg Young Chevrolet Key Player of the game.
Distributed the ball well also, and he's just a clinic in three-level scoring. He can score from deep, off the dribble, mid-range, and he put that all on display tonight.
And then our DeArmond, well, that is our Greg Young Chevrolet Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. Let Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk go the extra mile for you with award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always here community care. Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk. And we say goodbye to Mike Effner. He's got to go do some more work. Appreciate you joining me on the call, Mike.
It was fun.
Yeah, lots of fun, and we'll do many more.
We saw an upset tonight, a great win for the Indianola girls, and then the Norwalk boys get the split in the nightcap.
All right, well, good luck. And then Norwalk obviously playing Ames tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be a big one.
Will be a very big one, especially on the boys' side in terms of Class 4A rankings. So we'll mute you, and you can get off and run in. That's a look, or our DeArmond Ford Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. I got to go with Easton McGraw, George Blake, and Hayden Schulte, the trio of freshmen. They combine on the night for 30 points for Indianola, 30 of 44 for freshmen. And then the key play, I think, has to be the three Easton McGraw three-pointers in the third quarter. He ends up with 12 points on 4 threes. That's our DeArmond Ford Radio Key Play and Player of the Game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Back after this on KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube.
It's the DeArmond Automotive Knoxville 2024 kickoff event. Get up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Sierra 1500s. Up to $8,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 LTZ. Up to $7,000 off MSRP on new Silverado 1500 Custom Rally. And new 2024 Equinoxes starting at $26,490. Save big this new year during our 2024 kickoff event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, Iowa. DeArmondAuto.com.
Post-game coverage on the Kading Properties Radio Post-game Show on 94.3 KNIA Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola boys fall 73-44. We're going back to Indianola girls basketball coverage as they get a massive win on senior night, joined by senior Bryn Bishop. And Bryn, senior night coming in, ranked Norwalk What were your thoughts coming into after Indianola, probably not their best performance on Wednesday earlier this week?
I would definitely say coming into it, we knew that we had to execute and that we had to stop Bailey Birmingham and be aggressive on defense and run our offense fluidly and make sure everyone got the ball and work together as a team and not as individuals.
This was such a good display of teamwork for Indianola girls basketball. What was it like on the court? Because it felt like, again, this was the most communicative and fluid I think this team has been.
Yeah, to see everyone show up and just play with so much heart. It was just so awesome to see, and to have underclassmen step up into their positions and their roles was incredible, and to be leaders was just, I can't even explain it. It was such a fun night, especially on senior night.
Getting one day to prepare for a player like Bailey Birmingham and a completely new defense with one player just facing her up the entire time. Walk me through preparing through that in practice and then implementing it here in the game.
Yeah, we've definitely had to guard similar players before, so we knew that we had to be aggressive on her and we couldn't let her score, and so that meant being aggressive on defense and running our zone. We knew that shooters would be open, so we had to stop the lane. And yeah.
Falling behind 7-0, coach calls a timeout, and you go on a 16-2 run to take control and never lost the lead from that point on. What changed from the opening few minutes to the rest of the game, basically?
I would definitely say we just wanted it more, and you could tell by our attitudes on the court and just the way we carried ourselves. We cared about this game so much that nothing was going to stop us, and yeah.
We saw when you started to hit some shots from outside, I think in December or so, teams really started to key in on you, and you knew the defense was going to be kind of geared towards you on the outside, and that means some of the scoring output has to come from some of the younger athletes. As a senior, how do you try and deal with that, knowing that you might have to sacrifice a little bit to get others involved?
Absolutely. I think that's exactly what some situations put myself in. I have to help my teammates get open so that we can score, and being able to have the opportunity to shoot and to have my teammates trust me with that kind of range and is just an amazing opportunity, and I'm just really blessed to have such good teammates that work together and just push the ball and score for the team and not for themselves.
One of two seniors on this team for, again, a very young team. How do you approach that leadership role and knowing that, hey, you kind of almost have to be an extension of the coaching staff?
Yes, for sure. I think one thing that we really emphasize on our team is that everyone can lead. It doesn't matter what grade you're in, and everyone, when you step on the court, has to be a leader and be a good teammate. And so it doesn't matter what grade you're in on our team. It matters how much you care about the game and just the way you carry yourself on the court.
Coach has talked about how this team is very vocal in the locker room, either at halftime or post-game, and kind of not afraid to lay some hard truths out there. Do you feel like that's been a positive for this team? Because, again, it kind of depends on the players. They have to take it the right way as well. But do you think they have?
Absolutely. I think that we all know we can't take certain things to heart. And so when people come in with criticism, we have to understand they're coming from a different perspective and be willing to change and be willing to adapt to certain things that our teammates are noticing that maybe we can't see while we're on the court. And I think that's one of our greatest strengths as a team, is that we're willing to talk about things that we're noticing on the court and be able to say that without feeling ashamed.
Going back to the game, last question before we let you go. You're up by 7 late. Norwalk starts to hit some improbable shots, get back into it. What was the team huddle like as you kind of planned out the last 30 seconds or so? Was everyone composed and ready to go close it out?
Absolutely. We knew we couldn't force any shots. We knew that we had to be patient with the ball and let the scoring happen on itself and not be impatient, and trust that whatever was going to happen was going to work out, and be able to stop on defense and be really aggressive on the ball and stop Birmingham and stop their shooters and their drivers, and that's how we finished the game, and that's how we did it.
Final thoughts on a big 55-51 upset victory over Norwalk?
I couldn't be more excited. It's such a great opportunity, especially on senior night. Coming in, we didn't have a lot of expectations from ourselves, but we knew that we had to execute, and that's exactly what we did. And I couldn't be more excited to continue the season with great plays, because I know that we can do it.
Congratulations on the win, and thank you very much for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We'll be joined by head coach Jeff Jansen after this on KNIA. Again, Indianola girls basketball wins 55-51.
At Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk, your satisfaction is their top priority. Their friendly professional team is committed to helping you find the information and assistance you need at every step of the car buying and ownership journey. Combine that with their award-winning customer service, thousands of vehicles to choose from, and always here community care, you can trust the team at Greg Young Chevrolet in Norwalk will go the extra mile to ensure you drive away in the new or used vehicle that fits you. Check them out at gychevynorwalk.com or stop by the dealership at 2501 Sunset Drive in Norwalk today.
Hello, high school sports fans. Are you looking for apparel that reflects your school spirit? Visit the Norwalk shop located at 810 Main Street in Norwalk, which is under new ownership and management. They're committed to ensuring you find apparel that meets your needs. At the Norwalk shop, they don't just do high school gear, but also work with small businesses across central Iowa, specializing in projects for their business needs. For more information, visit their Facebook page or call 515-981-0262. The Norwalk shop is open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 11 to 3.
Welcome back to postgame coverage live on 94.3 KNIA, Kading Properties Radio postgame show, continuing high school basketball coverage on KNIA. Indianola girls basketball upsets number 8 Norwalk 55-51 at home on senior night, joined by head coach Jeff Jansen. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. I didn't get a chance to see Wednesday, kind of talking with people. It was not the result you wanted or you were looking for, but you come out tonight fired up and play, I think, exactly what you needed.
Yeah, you know, how we responded in practice on Thursday, how we turned the page from a very disappointing Wednesday night, says a lot about our girls and our growth and maturation these last couple of months. And also, it's highlights our coaching staff moved on too. Everybody was disappointed Wednesday night when we went to bed, Thursday morning when we woke up, but when we got to practice in the street gym yesterday, as we prepared for Norwalk, our girls were locked in. They had a great team dinner last night at Sports Page, and you know, all that great mindset, all that positivity carried over to today.
Well, I think you know when you face a player like Bailey Birmingham, you're going to have to do something special. And she still found a way to score 35 with all the defense basically aimed right at her. But talk me through your practice and just trying to plan for a player like her, facing up players not even looking at the ball, just kind of looking right at her.
Right. You know, we kind of installed this at the end of last week and did not have great success against Clear Creek Amanda last Saturday. But, you know, the mindset has to be it's not on just one girl to stop Bailey Birmingham. You have to have a whole team. And, you know, some would say that we didn't stop her tonight. We just got enough stops, I guess, to win the game. But our girls had great energy. Our girls moved so well and communicated so well on the court as a unit. And quite honestly, we spent 6 to 8 minutes on this yesterday in practice, really focusing on what Norwalk had shown on film that they were going to try to do against a face guard. And our girls went out and implemented this better than we could have imagined.
Falling behind 7-0 basically in the opening minute and looked kind of a half a step slow. You call a timeout, go on a 16-2 run after. Talked about it with senior Bryn Bishop. Never looked back from there. Had the lead the rest of the way. What changed?
You know, before the game, Coach Hine had a great mindset or a great saying for our girls to remember is to stay balanced. And we started the game, unfortunately, like we have numerous times this year. And, again, credit our girls, credit our coaching staff for staying balanced, staying the course. Yeah, we turned the ball over, gave them wide open layups and a three-pointer, I believe, to start the game. But we stayed even kill in this very emotional game, both sidelines, both crowds and in the bleachers. And our girls found a way, and again, they stayed balanced.
Talk about the performances from your freshmen. We've kind of had this conversation many times, but Alexa Geyer with a career night. Mm-hmm. Probably, I know it's just a freshman so far, but the best I've seen her play. 24 points, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, all in the fourth quarter, and then basically had the matchup on defense of defending Bailey Birmingham. What a performance from your freshman point guard.
Tremendous, you know, and I would be don't want to ignore Maddie Grover's night as well. Yes. With both of those two, but no, Alexa Geyer puts in the work, and that's what's so cool. And opposing coaches have to be disappointed when they see her make free throws in the game, because right now she was coming into this game 57%. But what no one sees is no one leaves the gym after Alexa Geyer. She's in here shooting free throws after everybody's left the locker room, packed up for the night, and that's her commitment to excellence. That's her dedication to getting better, and that was on full display on both sides of the ball tonight because she was a beast on the defensive end as well.
A full effort tonight, and I think what I was most impressed by, and I know, again, Alexa Geyer has this fantastic game. Maddie Grover scores 9 and controlled a lot of the boards. What was maybe most impressive was 3 points from Bryn Bishop and 3 points from Zoe Belt. Belt with the big 3 in the fourth quarter, sticking with it after just being hounded all game long and not being able to get her shot off. But those two made significant contributions basically the entire game that maybe didn't show up in the box score.
Absolutely. That inside-out 3 to Zoe late, we haven't made a lot of those this year. And for Zoe to have the confidence, for Alexa to find her in that moment, that was a huge shot to put us up 8, I believe. And Bryn, I know she got her shot blocked a couple times tonight, but she needs to be shooting the ball as much as possible. I probably jinxed her enough with a couple talking to people and filling out some forms today, but she was leading the state in Class 4A with 3-point percentage heading into tonight, and whatever she was tonight isn't going to lower it below 50 anyway. So two girls that lead in different ways, two great people and human beings raised by great families, and again, so fortunate that despite maybe the lack of scoring for those two, they had a huge imprint on the game tonight.
Well, talk a little bit about the team effort, and second to last question here, but you needed everybody to step up, and it just, again, I talked about it with, again, senior Bryn Bishop, it just felt like everyone was on the same page. We've seen it in flashes this season, and sometimes it's more difficult when you're facing Johnston and Southeast Polk and Clear Creek Amana and North Polk, and the list goes on and on and on, but we've seen it that it can show up against one of the top teams in Class 4A.
Yeah, exactly. And how do we replicate that? And that's us, our coaching staff's job as well to put our girls in situations to be as successful as possible. And the girls need to go make plays, and they've been making plays. I can't forget Dana Blake. I think this was her best game of the season as well, just without looking at stats. Her boxing out and getting her hand on so many rebounds and coming up with so many tough rebounds was huge for us tonight. So, again, I couldn't be more proud of this group. They made the plays when they needed to, and what a great team win for our young team here late in the season.
I kind of had made the comment, and I know you're not even close to thinking about postseason at this point. You're still focused on, what's coming up next week. But I said some team is going to look at Indianola come regional play and look at their record and say whatever they want to say, and then maybe a surprise is coming their way. Do you feel like this tough schedule will be worth it when you can apply some of that later on?
After that, the North Polk and the Ankeny stretch, we were down, and our confidence was low, and our heads were down. And one of our points that our coaching staff would talk about is who's going to scare us after this, and how do we come back from those moments? And we still make plenty of mistakes. We still turn the ball over too many times, and we don't finish as well as we could. But when it matters most, like it did tonight, we did. Again, that goes all the credit goes to our girls. And, we're battle tested. We have a lot more battles to go even next week and the week after. But our mindset has been so solid since those early defeats. And I'm excited to continue to build on this one especially.
Final thoughts on the 55-51 win at home on senior night versus Norwalk?
This was our best crowd of the season. This was our loudest student section of the season. And this was the most locked in our girls and our coaching staff was all season. And there's no coincidence there. And that's our athletes breathing life into the game, into the crowd. And again, I'm really proud. I'm really happy for this team and excited to see what these next few weeks bring.
Thank you very much for joining us, Coach. Really appreciate it. We'll have more after this on KNIA and the Kading Properties Radio post-game show, talking with head boys basketball coach who's been waiting very patiently, Jeff Ebling, after this on 94.3 KNIA.
You got that in there.
Unity Point Clinic Norwalk provides family medicine for people of all ages in Norwalk and the surrounding area. Conveniently located at 801 Colonial Circle and open Monday through Thursday 7:30 to 5:30 and Fridays 7:30 to 5, Unity Point Clinic Norwalk can provide a variety of services for your physical, emotional, and mental health needs, such as routine checkups, immunizations, annual physical exams, and other preventative care. When it comes to your health, trust the professionals at Unity Point Clinic in Norwalk.
And again, post-game coverage on the Kading Properties Radio post-game show, continuing high school basketball coverage on KNIA, and joined by Indianola head boys basketball coach Jeff Ebling. Indianola falls to Norwalk 73-44. And, Coach, I think what we saw in the first half was Indianola played a little tight. Norwalk came out and played very fluid, and that was just kind of the two words I would use to describe it. And they make it look easy sometimes. And Indianola, I thought, played good defense. Norwalk just finished.
Well, I mean, looking back and, kind of just even reflecting here last couple of minutes, they did a great job of getting to their spots where they're comfortable. And we just did not do a good job of making them uncomfortable. And when they kind of got on a roll there, they had some wide open looks, a couple things in transition, and they just kind of got rolling. And, with our group, to let up 27 points there in the first quarter is difficult to come back from. But I thought our guys, though, from that point on, competed extremely hard. And we kind of, made a couple little runs here and there against them and things like that. And, that's tribute to the boys. A lot of teams, when they fall behind that much there after the first quarter, but our guys, they continue to just keep fighting. And, just didn't go our way tonight, but we're going to learn from this and, hopefully get ready for Pella on Monday now.
I talked about at halftime how important it would be to come out and win the third quarter. The boys came out and did that, and they played loose. They played like you do when you're playing basketball, not when maybe you're down and that freed them up a little bit. But again, it just felt like they came out and played loose. And I don't want to say carefree because clearly they did care, but they played without the giant weight on their shoulders, it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple times we got lost in transition. I mean, and when you can catch and no one's around you, I mean, that's like a shooting drill out there on a couple possessions. And, that's something that even during timeouts we tried to, discuss. You got to find the shooters. You got to sprint. Someone's got to stop the ball. You got to get back to the paint. You got to fan out there. So, we just didn't do a very good job of that tonight. I thought second half, though, we were much, much better. I thought we competed better there. I mean, Norwalk is a physical team. They run their stuff extremely well. Some of those guys have been playing 2-3 years now at the varsity level, and you can tell. And it's, it's going to take a lot to get them out of what they like to do. And, I thought second half, though, I thought we did a little bit of that. And that's a positive that we can, hopefully take and kind of, continue to build on as we prepare here for next week.
I talked to Coach Jeff Jansen about the contributions of his freshmen and your freshmen with 30 of 44 points. 3 of those guys with Easton McGraw, George Blake, and Hayden Schulte. I think we're starting to see them be aggressive, and not just aggressive, but confidence being aggressive, whether it's a pull-up jumper, whether it's a floater at the rim. And we kind of made the point on the broadcast, a lot of times that's not going to go in, but you got to limit test a little bit and see where you're at.
No, exactly. And, this is kind of, they've played enough games now. They know how it is. And, a lot of the times, especially when you're a freshman, physicality, the size, you're playing against 17, 18-year-olds when you're 14 or 15, and that's a big difference. But those guys don't back down. Like Reddick-Bourne is just a tough one to handle, and I thought Easton did a pretty good job on him. And there's a couple moves that Reddick made that I don't know if anyone can stop. And so but he was right there. He challenged the shot. He worked as hard as he could, try to make it as difficult as he could. And, these guys they're really developing, and as I told them, real quick, this should fuel the fire. This is what we're going to get to. It's just going to take a little bit of time, and we're learning right now. And I know that's hard for everyone wants to win every single game, every single year, but sometimes you got to go through these before you hit the, I guess you can say, the positives in the future. And I'm just glad that these guys, they work as hard as they do, and they're great kids, and it makes it enjoyable to keep working with them.
One of the benefits, I think, from having such a young team is you can go look at film specific mistakes and know that, hey, by next year we can correct this, by 2 years we can correct this, and you're never going to be a finished product ever. I mean, no one ever is, but at least you can start to see some of those tangible results game to game, year by year with a lot of these guys.
Oh yeah, and they're learning on the fly. Some guys, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of these guys this year, at least, four of our top 6 there, they'd be playing 9th and 10th grade basketball on a normal year, and this year they're kind of, having to learn on the fly, and, it takes a toll, here and there. And like I said, Norwalk got off to a quick start. Rick Bourne obviously got them going, and, they made a couple things that we obviously needed to adjust, and I thought we did. Like I said, at halftime we made a couple of adjustments, making sure we're getting back, making sure we recognize shooters, and I thought we did that. And, we're just, like I said, I'll watch the film tonight. I'm sure Coach Baker and the rest of the staff will, watch the film tonight as well. And, we'll come in tomorrow morning, we'll learn from it, and, continue to get better.
Last question before we let you go is senior night. One main senior in the rotation, Jack Bingaman. How important has that been, knowing that he's learning the varsity level on the fly while also expected to be kind of one of those senior leaders?
Yeah, I mean, he played very, very well tonight. I mean, he came in, gave us really good minutes. He was actually sick earlier this week, missed a couple practices, and he's played really well here the last couple games. And as a senior, he's done a great job. And same thing with Ben Hoffman and Spencer Hughes. They might not got as many minutes tonight on the floor, but in practice every day, Ben is always one of the players that replicates one of the top 2 guys on the opposing team for scout team. And Spencer's that big body, going against in the post and things like that. He does a great job of competing every single day, and he's come a long ways in his development as well. But those 3 seniors, they're absolutely great kids. They do a great job. And, when the season's over at the end of the year, obviously we're always going to miss our seniors that leave, but they're doing a great job representing Indianola, and we couldn't ask anything more from them.
Final thoughts on the game tonight against Norwalk and getting ready for Pella on Monday?
Well, we got to learn and, continue to develop and get better. And, going to Pella on Monday is always a tough place to play. So this will be good for our guys to go through and prepare and come out and play hard and see what can happen.
Thank you very much for joining us, Coach. Really appreciate it. We'll have more after this on KNIA. That'll actually wrap up the broadcast and the Kading Properties radio postgame show. Again, Kading Properties offers maintenance-free, pet-friendly townhome leasing that actually feels like home. See what's available in Indianola and Knoxville at kadingproperties.com. Thanks to everyone here at Indianola being incredibly patient on senior night while we had to bump back some interviews. Really appreciate it, and we'll be back for Indianola at Pella on KRLS, KNIA KRLS simulcast on the one to count on for today's local sports coverage, 94.3 KNIA.
Thanks for tuning into this exclusive presentation of live South Central Iowa High School basketball.